Oh, you're like...
That is pretty funny.
I kind of feel like I have to go get something eccentric and zany to show off, because it's just me in my boring living room.
Wow.
You know what the funny thing is? Earlier today, I did a magic trick with somebody, where basically this was folded up and hidden in my jacket pocket. And I had them get a deck of cards and cut the cards and show it to somebody. And then when they went to hand it back to me, I just randomly whipped it out, and it blew up in front of their face, and I almost gave them a heart attack.
Did the cards go everywhere?
And I said, misdirection.
Whoa, wait a second.
Did the cards go everywhere?
Because I made... No, actually, the cards are all there.
Wait a second.
She was on the floor, gasping for air, but other than that, the cards are fine.
I whipped it out, and it blew up in her face, and then she was passed out on the floor. Am I hearing this right?
I also pulled out my reflector, too. Basically, it was like this, so you can't see that there's, like, gold on the other side, you know? And then I had it against black, so when she was showing the card and turned around, I just went basically like, and she got scared and ran off. So.
This is actually working out pretty
And then
well.
I told her candy.
Okay, so both of you kind of like fade in and out. I don't know if I'm doing the same thing.
No.
You guys seem to be fine to me.
Oh.
Spooie stopped doing it for me a little bit ago.
Huh.
Ow.
The internet is awesome.
Are you recording?
What is that? What are you doing, Andrex, with your shadow puppetry?
Yeah, that's Shadow Puppet.
Shadow puppet.
Are we recording? Well, technically yes, but I'm gonna cut it up so that we start whenever
This is the
is
greatest
most.
podcast ever.
Yeah, it is! Woo! Oh, make it rain! Pennies! Oh, jeez, they went everywhere.
Will you make it rain pennies from heaven?
If it rained pennies from heaven, everyone would die.
Everybody
So-
knows that yen is the official currency of heaven.
Yen.
Not Zen.
Yeah.
I don't know, I'd like to think the official currency of heaven is Jesus Land Fun Bucks. But, like, that's just my personal thing that I...
Is you can only use it at Jesus Land, and none of the stores take it.
No slugs or tokens!
Now it's just white.
Sweet.
Does that look weird? Curiosity.
Not as weird as you might think. Like, you know, it's...
Somewhat weird.
It just kind of looks like you're pressing your face into something.
It's also really bad for the microphone.
Noise, whatever that is. I'm guessing
What
it's
is that?
Spooie rubbing his face on that.
Here. If there's one thing I love rubbing my face on, it's this. Yeah, you know. You know.
Are we
This is much harder to fold with
Oh,
that
wait a
thing.
minute. Hold on. I should probably fix this. Hold on.
Oh, he's
Oh.
here.
Stay back.
I was just about to be... I just pinged you.
Hold on.
And he has a rock band microphone?
Did they ever get Stan Bush yet?
Can you give me a sec? I need to exit out of Google
Oh,
or
shoot, that's
whatever, and then come right back.
Okay.
Okay,
Pop the
sorry.
talk button. Oh, not convenient. Not convenient at all.
Actually, we can hear
Might
you...
have to change that.
We can hear you perfectly, Asrugan. Would you stop messing around with that thing?
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear.
You're a little soft, but that's it.
Well, that's because I'm not talking directly into the microphone.
Yeah, that's better. Sweet. Why are there kids walking around behind you? Is it like...
Hello.
That's the
I'm back.
Go.
See, now there's going to be a lot less echo because I switched it so I'm hearing you out through this, you guys through this thing instead of through that thing.
Alright, so Gcast 25 video whatever.
Woo!
We made it.
Woohoo!
Mission accomplished. We can stop doing Gcast now.
See, now the joke is that we're going to do 50 of them, but you're doing a George Bush impersonation.
that is the joke. We're going to keep going
Is
forever.
it impersonation or impression? I can never tell.
Does it matter?
Does
it really matter?
If I look like him, then it's an impressionation.
Yeah, I think, and you didn't do a voice, so it's just more...
Is that really what you're going for, is looking like him?
Or no, I would think looking like him would be an impersonation, whereas, Because like when you think about the etymology of the word impersonation, it's like you're becoming that person, you know.
You're not personal.
So,
Is that what you're...
As opposed to just doing an impersonation. Yeah.
Was that Nixon?
Because of Reagan, actually.
That was actually, let's see, who used to do Reagan like that? Was that Piscopo who used to do Reagan like that? He talk like that. Okay, going back a little too far back for you guys.
Okay, let me prop this back up behind me.
I told you to stop messing around with that thing.
You should do. You should get like a fake brick wall to put behind you, and it'll be like you're in a comedy club while you're in the Gcast. The best thing ever.
No, he needs to
I have to get like a muslin green screen and just put myself in the middle of nowhere in the background. Like
No, better yet. You get the brick wall. I'll get a bass guitar, and every time you say something, I'll be like, bam, 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 bam. It'll be like
guitar go out.
Seinfeld.
Is your name actually is it pronounced Asrugan?
I think it's Asrugan.
Asrugan, actually, that's one of my.
Damn.
I tend to use a lot of my old D&D names for handles and stuff like that. Was the god of good dragons.
See, I was pronouncing it with like some sort of accent. I was like, Asrugan. But that's not.
We
But you
debated
realize there was no T.
spell it.
Are we going to talk about games?
Yeah, let's talk about games, guys. Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Let me get up nice and personal.
Alright, so right before...
Speaking of funny names, let's go with, what is it? Dovahkiin!
Dovahkiin, yes. Fus Roda!
I hate that song so much.
What song?
The Elder Scrolls 5 song.
Oh, it's kind of annoying. Yeah, I think the fourth one was better. It's the same song, but just the way I don't know. Vikings ruin everything.
Yeah.
It's their culture. They come into a neighborhood, the property values go down. What?
I'm going to mute you.
Spammity spam! Wonderful spam!
Okay.
Muting.
You guys can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute this mic and tell me if you guys can still hear me.
Hello? No, I can't hear you. No.
Hear you now.
No. I can't. No. No.
No.
Please don't spam the chat.
My sound is like really messed up.
Has anyone... Okay, I'm gonna get us on topic with my assertiveness. Has anyone played any new games lately?
I got... Right before the Hangout, or Videocast or whatever, I was playing Castlevania, the first one, and I got past the part where I stopped at during G-Form streams from last year. So I got to the Frankenstein guy. And I beat him, but then I died because of one of his projectile things, so I said screw it.
Sucks.
Is that the Medusa stage?
No, it's the one after, like, where the cranes are dropping the hunchback monsters on you.
Give me just a sec, guys.
That's the Grim Reaper.
Before the Grim Reaper, I haven't gotten to him yet.
Okay. I think that's about as far as I've gotten in the last, like, 10 years in the original Castlevania game.
What, the Grim Reaper?
Yeah.
So we were talking about Castlevania 2 on the forum, and you don't think its bad rep is deserved or something like that.
Castlevania 2 was a great game. People expect Castlevania 1 in all the original games, and it did something different and exciting.
That's why it sucks, like Zelda 2. Actually, I haven't played either of them, so... Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll give you that, but it was good.
I don't know, I think I like the linear gameplay a little bit more. I mean, the open-endedness is okay, I guess.
Sorry, that's my 5-year-old to give me his professional review on World of Keflings, the Alien expansion that they just got.
Keflings?
Keflings.
Cufflinks?
Is there
World
a kingdom?
It's an arc. Yeah, well, there was Kingdom of Keflings, and then there was World of Keflings, which was the sequel, also by Ninja B. But then they came out with recently came out with an expansion for it, and these aliens crash on the planet, and you have to help the aliens rebuild their civilization as a new area, but you're not sure if they're building it so that they can help your planet or whether they're working to destroy it.
What are we talking about?
I heard something about that. Cufflinks.
Okay.
Keflings.
Okay.
This little monkey is working to destroy me.
Would you like to show off any Xbox 360 controllers today, or reviews of that?
Castlevania 1, 2...
That's better.
Okay. So.
You get to watch the live battle on the Gcast.
Yes.
What?
Finish him.
Somebody cue the Star Trek battle music.
Could Darth Vader
I'm sure I could, like,
force
find an
choke
audio
people
file.
through, like, the internet?
That is a legitimate question. Like, when you think about it, can the Force be used over long distances? Like, if he knows exactly where they are and what they look like and what they're doing.
Probably not.
Is this using the Force?
Why
Do you
in
think
all
you
of
can send the Force through the internet? Well, I mean, I guess, like, if George Lucas kind of ruined the lore with the whole midichlorians or whatever, because that makes, I guess that it would have to be up close and personal. Fuck George Lucas.
the question is, why in all of Star Wars didn't they have any video screens? I mean, was this something that just they couldn't figure out how to work a TV?
They had holograms.
Yeah, this is another thing. Yeah.
They had holograms, though, right?
Well, the holograms were really low budget and stuff. And
Guys,
Roll
this
a
is
bunch of holograms
in a time like long ago or something. They didn't have flat screen TVs long
yeah,
ago.
they didn't have space travel or anything fancy schmancy like that. It's not something that you could do in the past. Everything was made out of stone in the movies. Like lightsabers. It was rock. They were on the verge of the Bronze Era when Star Wars took place.
And this is
My
why
question is,
I had my 8-year-old ask if back when they made those movies like that, if everything was actually in black and white the other day.
yeah. I wondered that as a kid, too.
I wonder who owns the copyright for all the technology from Star Wars, because obviously all the stuff we claim to have invented in the last century was in that many, many hundreds of years ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah.
Send their lawyers over and say, hey, dude, we created that shit. That's ours.
Yeah.
That stuff, I'm sorry.
Retroactive.
It'd be interesting. Or wait. Is your sound coming through your ears?
Me?
No.
Mine is.
Asrugan. Because I don't want to say any bad words while there's a little kid around.
I can't hear. I no one who can hear it.
So I can say like shit fuck or something like that. I can say shit fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
he wouldn't catch that. That's why I got the headset.
Well,
in that case, shit fuck.
Hey, did you see Blind Fury?
Blind Fury.
What?
The movie Blind Fury with Rutger Hauer?
I love Rutger Hauer.
That's like the
I've
that's
never
like
seen
a
it,
famous
no.
line in that movie. The people are like trapped in the elevator.
And he says shit fuck?
So there's like two guys and they go shit, and the other two go fuck, and they look at each other and go shit fuck.
So Ryan's
I love
ripping off
Rutger
his
Hauer,
catchphrases now from old movies.
I guess from an old man. This is the dude from Hobo with a Shotgun.
It is?
This was made in like 1989. This movie.
Well, I'm fine with that. I'm probably gonna
That's ancient.
look it up now.
Ancient movie.
He plays a
89,
blind.
let's see, that's right about the time he did Punisher.
Well, there's certain actors that when you see as an old person on screen, you can't help but like always imagine them old, like they come out of the womb old. Like Cloris, look at Cloris Leachman. You know, like she's just an old person in general.
Like Clint Eastwood.
No,
Clint Eastwood was never on. Like,
get off my lawn.
Well,
Get off my
at one
lawn.
time, but he, you never think of him as anything under about 40.
Yeah. Clint
Okay,
Eastwood.
maybe in his third. Maybe you get back to some of the spaghetti western type of stuff, but never any younger than that. I actually saw him on an old episode of Mr. Ed, and he was like 20, and it was just shocking to me.
What about Sean Connery? I think that he like the first 007 movie he was like in his mid-30s.
One.
I go back and check Darby O'Gill in the Little People, the Disney movie. He actually sings in that one too.
Oh, jeez.
I kid you not.
Who sings?
Sean Connery.
Sean Connery. His breakout role. Darby O'Gill and the Little People. It's a Disney movie, one of the live-action ones from...
Wait,
Dawn of Time.
is it a movie about midgets? Or dwarves?
Elving creature.
Leprechauns, actually.
Oh. Shame. I was hoping for like a really, really offensive
He
Disney
sings
movie.
about his bum inside his skull.
And that's why Castlevania 2
Yeah.
sucked.
Way to bring it back.
Okay. New topic. Has anybody played some actual new games? Because I haven't played any games that... Honestly, I don't think I've played a single game that came out this year.
Actually,
I've been too busy playing the last
What?
3 days
Dragon Age
here,
2,
and-
but that doesn't count because that's not a game. That's just... I don't know. I don't even know what to call it.
an abomination.
Abomination, yes, but they use that word a lot in the game.
Ah.
So, like, I guess it's ironic. Yeah, it's an abomination, yeah.
The only new game I got this year was Pokemon. Not counting Virtual Console, but obviously.
Yeah.
But my Wii's
How was
busted.
that game?
Otherwise, I haven't. I would have played Skyward Sword. How's what? Pokemon?
How was the Pokemon game?
It was pretty great, actually.
Did you collect them all?
It revitalized a lot of that.
It's catch them all. What's the matter with you?
I caught them all in
you
Soul Silver,
Pokemon, you collect the game.
and that's fact. I think I'm I'm 6 off
You collected all the games.
from having them all.
He'll catch them later once he actually opens the package.
But 3 of those are like event legendaries, so
I played the legendary Starfy or Starfy a
Starfy.
couple weeks back.
I think it's Starfy.
Starfy.
How was it?
That was okay, I guess. I don't know.
I heard it was like Kirby.
The legendary,
There's not enough sucking or blowing.
Well,
Can't have Kirby without sucking and blowing. It's true.
nor can we have Ryan's mom.
That's what I called my ex-girlfriend!
Whoa!
2 out of 5.
That's a rim shot for me.
Boom.
Yes.
This is going on YouTube.
So, tonight on Larry King, our guest will be,
How late?
Larry.
For our listeners, later on we will be talking about games on this podcast. Keep a lookout.
Yes. Listeners, dude, it's viewers.
Viewers.
We have viewers now.
Oh, by now I'm sure they're just going to shove us off to the background.
This is true. Yeah, we're in a background tab,
Yeah,
Hey, you, listener, take your left hand off your face, while you're on your computer. Don't sit like this when you're on the computer.
You tell me.
Because people do that all the time. Am I insane? Am I the only one who does this while they're on a computer?
Look at that right there.
I don't do it.
See? He's got it. He knows what I'm talking about.
It started, I used to get that knuckle thing on bicycles when I was younger, and then when I stopped riding bikes, I acquired this thing.
Yeah.
Remember those handlebars, like on the old bikes that would have that little thing that would dig into your knuckle? Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Oh, the round thing that comes up off of the handlebar. Yeah.
The skin peeling off because they had little circles on here. I was going so. Those were fun days.
See, I used to have a bike chain that my pant legs would get caught in, and that was always fun.
Yeah.
Because I'd be going down the street, and my pant leg would get caught, and I'd just yell, "Oh shit!" And then I'd be on the ground, and it would just be a really painful thing. But I never got smart enough to take my pants off and switch to shorts. No, because that'd be too easy.
That's crazy talk.
They're comfy and easy
Yeah.
to wear.
When it's
Were they
cold out. You don't wanna-
In the middle of like the summer and
I
stuff.
need an opinion.
Yeah.
I need an
Okay.
opinion if this is one of the next things I should open up.
What is it? Is that Baldur's Gate?
Oh, what it is? No, it is The Witcher.
Oh,
On, like,
Oh.
I have it at
I've heard it's good. I heard the gameplay is not very good, but everything else is good.
I heard it's
Go
very
for it.
PC oriented.
Well,
Yeah.
it's not PC oriented as much as just PC players, like, overhype the crap out of it because it's the only RPG that's come out in 10 years that's exclusive to PC.
It's exclusive, yeah, because the other one sitting right next to it is, of course.
Is that Oblivion?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a good one.
I got both of those this year kind of to test out my new Radeon card, but I also picked up at a garage sale, believe it or not, the PC edition of.
Saboteur.
It's $5 at a garage sale, and this is the PC version. So
Did you run
that's
into
pretty
the
cool.
Naked Women yet?
I actually did that on the 360 version. I got it unlocked on the Midnight Club unlocked on that.
I remember the E3 that G4 was airing the previews, and they must have not have known that was coming up, because I remember all the topless women walking by the screen. Ah, G4.
That's what live TV.
Now, I have to plug this. It's our first. What is this?
Ryan.
No, I don't. No, I don't. Nuh-uh, that's a lie. You're lying. Liar, liar. Pants on fire.
The sketchbook never lies, Ryan. Just admit it. Come out of the closet already. They're telling me about a DS and a Ray Boner
But
and a Capcom game.
yes, it's Supermarket Sweep.
I like
Viva Pinata? They made that for PC.
Now, that is a game.
Yes.
That's a game show that needs to come back. Supermarket Sweep. I am very passionate about this. Supermarket Sweep needs to come back.
Hams and like the big cheeses and stuff.
Yeah. And they'd be like, "Oh, where's out some money and I could get them diapers. Diapers are costing." I don't know. He didn't really talk like that, but
Trees. He's picking up his trees.
his cart's loaded with ham and cheese. Here he comes down the aisle.
I
But-
don't know what you're talking about.
Do you not remember Supermarket Sweep?
Nope.
It
Well,
was only
you're
up for like
lost.
15 years. So
They had this guy stand at one end of the aisle with this great big push broom, and they'd have two guys with these big push brooms, and they tried to push stuff down the aisle as fast as they could. That's what Supermarket Sweep was.
I don't know whether to
Oh, I know
applaud
what
you
that is.
or like shit you through the camera.
I remember now.
Now he remembers from that, yeah. I remember when people used to sweep the supermarket. That used to be my favorite show.
the problem was not hitting the customers because they got bonus points if they could sweep around the customers.
Yeah. It's a fun game. It was a very fun game.
And then randomly somebody would yell, "No whammies, no whammies, big bucks, no whammies." Wouldn't make any sense.
And then Howie Mandel would come in at the end and ask him deal or no deal.
And then he would say, "My name is Bobby Jenrick, and we're gonna have fun today."
Bobby's World was like the shit when I was a kid. It was like it was my shit. It was my shit.
It was good the first season, and then they added all that like closed captioning stuff into it, like the unremovable closed captions. And I always watched everything with closed captions.
Oh,
It's
so
very
it was
weird
double
watching
that.
closed captions on top of closed captions.
Would you stop saying closed captions?
I'm down with CC.
Okay. But
Who's
anyhow, it's our video cast, so I feel like I have to make a plug here. February 7th of 2012, Fallout New Vegas Ultimate Edition. buy it.
Ooh.
So
I don't
how
have
much
the
Now
is,
that I've actually gotten it,
how much are they paying you,
started getting
Ryan?
the downloads for it, now they come out with an Ultimate Edition.
Yeah, it
Darn it.
has everything. It's got the all the downloadable content and that's it. I was gonna. You probably thought I had something else to say, but no.
Can I plug a game?
Yeah.
Next week, Capcom's coming out with Street Fighter 4. We're going to whore this out for yet another edition.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Like tiny version. What is it? Number 4 now? They have the 4th one coming out of the
Street
same
Fighter
game?
4. Holy crap!
4x4.
Super
Nice.
Street Fighter 4 Turbo Hyper Fighting Edition Champions Best Buy exclusive version.
Real edition. The graphics are more realistic than ever.
You know what game is coming out that could use some sales?
Don't
that
say
was just-
Skyward Sword.
That was
Bunny
just
Bear.
announced today.
Again.
Nightmare. But okay, you're talking about Xenoblade, which I am going to probably buy because it looks good. Yeah.
Yeah, it got a high Metacritic, and we know Metacritic's not the basis for whatever.
Now, I heard that's a GameStop exclusive.
Yeah,
So basically,
/Nintendo.com.
if you don't pre-order it.
That's
you're
stupid.
never gonna get it.
That's unbelievably stupid.
Well, they probably want a small print run, so GameStop's like, hey, we'll pay you money if we're the only people that can sell it, or something like that.
If it sells like
Metacritic isn't too bad. Take for what it is, what
Yeah.
you're looking at. I did something based on a post that somebody had on G Plus the other day. I actually did something I've held off a decade for doing. I actually got myself a Metacritic account. I held off 10 years doing that.
I have the number one. Wait, oh, sorry.
I started reading the user reviews for Modern Warfare 3, and I was just like, you guys are so full of shit, because every single one, oh, it was a mediocre game about this, it's the Madden of shooters, so we're going to give it a 0. 0, 0,
Yeah,
0.
that doesn't make
I'm
any
like,
sense.
you're not even...
If it's a mediocre game, then you give it a 5 or a 6.
Exactly. So
I don't-
I went in and I discredited, I put a negative credit on every single rating that was a 0. That didn't have a real
You have
justification
too much
for-
time on your hands.
There was only 22 of them at the time.
I don't play the
Hey,
Madden
there's
games.
a pop-up at the top here that says Epic Praise for The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. The motion controls feel natural and rewarding. That's what it says at the top of my screen right now.
Yeah.
Matt Casamassino
Are
is
you
back.
able to come up there? Is this
I have-
you up here?
No.
I have the top yellow score for Dragon Age 2 on the PS3.
Okay.
I just have an ad for
Good
Domino's
job.
stuffed cheesy bread of any size, 2 toppings pizza.
I feel like I should mark it down to 5 or 4.
What did you give it before?
A 6.
Does anybody have a really high leaderboard placing score on any of the boards out there?
Leaderboards? What's
I can say I've got on the 360. If you go on to the global leaderboards on the 360 for the old original Golden Axe, the old Sega game, I'm number 12 in the world. But then again, I own the stand-up. It's at my brother's house, so I played it a little bit.
I was like in the top 25 for. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
I was in the top 25 for Team Fortress 2 on the PS3, but that's not really like a big deal because we only have like 2-3 people who play. So
I almost showed up at on the top 10 of X Play's Hyperactive Flash game thing they did back in like 2004.
you hyperactive? What?
Remember that game? Anybody?
I do not.
You went on the website
Wait,
and
you played the X-Play game?
but this is a special X Play game because they've actually had 3 games.
Oh, well, but
And this one, they'd ask you questions based on like the show and based on games and reviews, and you'd answer them, and then whoever got like the highest score, they'd show it like during the commercial breaks. And the only time I actually played and got in there, I got on the top 10, and that was like the one time that they skipped over the commercial break, so it never aired. And then E4 brought them out and like killed the whole thing like a month later. So
Well, see, now the thing is, though, is they know you, Spooie, and they were like, we're not putting his name on TV anymore. You know, it's
Stop to that.
his accomplishments really aren't that big of a deal.
I have accomplishments?
Yeah. You
X-Play spooie.
You know.
I mean, come on.
yeah, he's
gotta
the
find-
X-Plays spooie.
Where is
Wow.
They've made their fortune using small personalized ads in your local newspaper. Here's Adam Sessler and Morgan Webb.
He's dead now, you know.
Yeah, I know he's dead.
By placing small personal ads in local newspapers, you can make $10, $20, even $30,000 from your one-bedroom apartment.
Well, he
I
was a scammer, so it's like it's not really a big loss. Would you
Wasn't he
consider
really?
that a pyramid scheme?
I mean, is he really scamming them though?
Well, if you're dumb enough to give away your money to some dude just because he has a nice way of talking, then maybe you don't deserve your money.
Only in the bottom of your screen, doesn't that like cover you?
Yeah,
I mean, this Cleo got away with that for how many years?
Miss Cleo.
I still remember the original Miss Cleo commercial where she didn't have the accent, which is kind of weird because like the first like 3 commercials she didn't have an accent, and then for like the next 4 years she did.
This is Miss Cleo.
What's it?
Carl, I'll give you a tarot card reading.
I might actually have some of those on my hard drive, like saved.
You have so much crap on your hard drive, or your hard drives.
My
S.
hard drive. I mean the thing I can keep all my crap on my computer.
It was my old computer where I had 3 hard drives sitting in the case, and it was only really made for one bay, so 2 of them were just kind of screwed in, and the top one's kind of hanging where I'd taken the A drive out, and it just had a couple screws kind of holding it in. I didn't have a housing to put it in, so it's just a hard drive kind of hanging loose.
What happened to John?
Awesome.
This is 4 terabytes for you. The other
Mine's like twice that size, and it's 1 terabyte. Not even kidding. Yeah, it's ridiculous. And I have to plug it in. I have to plug it into an outlet for it to work.
my hard drives are so old. 120 gigger.
Oh God.
They don't make those anymore.
I actually okay on that computer I was talking about, that old computer, it had 4 total hard drives, including the external hard drive, and in between those 4 hard drives, I had 660 gigs between 4 hard
I
drives.
don't have that many fingers.
Progressively smaller.
I remember the first hard drive I bought for my computer was 40 gigs, and that was back when they said 10 gigs would last you like a lifetime.
Yeah.
Who's
now
Seriously though, guys, what happened to John?
Who?
Who is John? Yeah, who is that person?
Asrugan.
No, not John. No, the JKJJJ. You're John. Okay, then who's JKJJ? JKJJ. Sounds really weird.
Probably
What?
it's probably
29
Chad
episodes?
just hiding out, spying on us.
I wish everyone could have showed up so we could sing the Brady Bunch theme, though. That might have been. I don't know. It would have been cool.
For those of you watching but not necessarily can see the screen, it says, no, no, no.
What?
No, it says no, no. The last 2 are in caps.
How are they going to watch this?
You know-
How is this being recorded exactly?
I think they're just going to say, like, us, you know? It's going to be like a
I've got
thing.
I've got a screen capture
I've actually met her.
going on.
Okay.
I've actually met her.
That's
Who?
why there's 2 of me.
Alice.
Who's Alice?
Alice.
Oh, wait. Is Alice Daystar?
From
The chick from the Brady Bunch?
Alice from the Brady Bunch.
Oh, okay. Oh, we're talking about... I thought we were talking about people from...
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever happened to Daystar? She just dropped off
I
the
don't
face
know.
of the map.
Why not?
See that shirt, Alice in Chains, and then it's got like Alice from the Brady Bunch tied up to a chair and gagged. Nobody's
No,
ever
I have
seen
seen the one of Floyd from whatchamacallit, the one with the whistling theme song. What is that show? Crap. What is that old show that, you know...
Ryan, did you see that image I posted in the chat box? Because I posted it specifically for you.
Oh yeah, I saw it, but I kind of smiled, and like smiling at something isn't really enough to warrant
Yeah,
I don't know. Sorry.
that's true. I
was gonna say something, but I was like, what should I say? It doesn't. I shouldn't post the laughing smiley.
Well, the tongue smiley.
LOL smiley.
Yes, the LOL
I
smiley.
think. What are you doing? Are you getting changed there or something?
I'm trying to
He's occluded the camera.
change some wires in back here.
That's code for he's pleasuring himself to our pictures.
And by pleasuring myself, I'm moving wires around. You should take the foil and just like put it on the walls behind you, and then you could be like coming to us live from like a spaceship from like a 50s movie. It would be really good.
Or you could put all the tinfoil on your head to keep the aliens out.
That's what
Oh, holy crap! I didn't even see that. It just popped into my head.
Subliminal.
The aliens put it there.
I think Spooey's a robot.
Perhaps.
Error.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger.
That Autobot or Decepticon?
I'll probably be an Autobot, I think.
No. What one of the what was it? The cross changers, the ones who were half Decepticon, half Autobot.
You can do that?
Yeah,
No,
they had a series that were one transformation was Autobot, one was Decepticon. They changed there was one that was a train and a space shuttle. That's the one I had.
Astro Train.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Astro Train, but he wasn't an Autobot and a...
Astro Train.
They had
Ast-
that was, I thought they were called cross changers. I thought something like that.
There were
Cross
some that
dressers. I don't know.
1987's line. They had some that could mimic them, so because they were spies. Like they were like Decepticons that pretended to be Autobots.
But no. Astro Train sounds like the coolest low-budget Wii game ever.
Omega Supreme was the Autobot version, and Astro Train was the or Omega Supreme. No, Omega Supreme was the spaceship thing for the Autobot.
It'd be no storyline, all motion controls, Astro Train, the game.
Like
I would play it. It would have like an average of 48 on Metacritic, but I would play it.
That's way too high for a Wii game, dude. Seriously, you gotta go.
Astro Train sounds like one of the like one of the B tracks on Dance Central.
Dance Central.
That's my crazy dancing for you guys. All right, Andrew.
So let me ask. Who actually? Who of you guys actually have a? Any of you guys actually have Kinect? Have you guys played around with it at all, at least?
I do not, but I owned some Kinects at one point in time.
Oh, I love
Those little.
Oh, well, I have. I've actually had a lot of fun with that. I was just playing with it the other night. My kids play that thing to death, but I've had a lot of fun playing with it. Surprisingly, actually, it'd probably be worth the chat setup that I got right now, because you can.
I almost bought Child of Eden on Clarence Target for like $12 until I realized that the price tag just fell off another game and it was actually $30. So I was like,
Isn't that sucky?
because everybody loves their res, so you got to get your spiritual successor to res. Oh, hey there, Sarge. Join the fun.
Yeah, come on.
I told him.
Come on!
I told him you could.
Yeah! Let's do it!
Sausage Fest.
I just got Tron Legacy out at Target like a week ago for $8 for the PS3. It was PS3. It was $8.
Wasn't it Evolution? That's the name of the game.
I don't know. I was thinking Tron Legacy. I know that I saw the game there. It was $8. It was a PS3 game, so I figured, even if this blows, $8, it can't be that bad.
Yeah.
Was it?
On the contrary, sometimes $8 is just way too much for a certain game. Like, Dark Protocol, or Alpha, no, not Alpha Protocol. What was that one? Dark Sector. Dark Sector, that's it. That game...
I bought that one.
That game.
And I haven't opened it.
I hated that game.
I got pretty far in that, but I never finished it. That's actually one of the few games this generation I played a decent amount into. Probably because it was like so cheap when I got it. It was like $7 new, like 3 months after it came out, back in like 2007 or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, so have
The
any...
Surge-
I got to get back to myself. I haven't. I'm stuck at making the big choice. I got to decide whether to do away with Mr. House or do away with all the Brotherhood. So,
Well,
I got to decide whether to be a bastard one way or the other.
well, no. Look, I tell you what. If you're trying to decide who to side with, look at my avatar on the forums. He's a bit more Christmassy now, but
I saw that.
I'm looking
yeah.
I got a question, Andrex. What was the deal with all those like Japanese characters that became our avatars like months ago?
Oh,
Shin-chan!
yeah.
Crayon Shin-chan.
I mean, I'm happy you gave me the coolest one and all,
Yeah.
but
You were actually...
where happened to my old avatar? Out of curiosity.
I actually did save all the old avatars to an Imager album,
See,
if you want it.
Wait,
You guys-
Spooie was Action Bastard, right?
Yeah, he was Action Bastard.
Okay.
I was Action Master?
Action Bastard.
I'm not moving.
No, I was going to say Action Master, I think, was also a line of Transformers from the 80s. Remember those?
I'm moving.
They were
What
the
is-
Transformers that didn't
What are
transform.
you doing?
Me?
What are you doing?
Who, me?
I'm trying to plug in my hard drives.
It looks a lot more like you're trying to board up your computer to keep all to keep us out.
Maybe I am.
The computer.
I feel like this is a really, really bad remake, like really low budget remake of the Cask of Amontillado.
Who?
The Sarge.
Cask of Amontillado by Edgar Allan Poe, where he puts the guy in his basement and puts bricks.
He
Where
walls up
bricks
the guy.
up in his basement. No.
Wait, say
Whatever.
that again?
Where he takes the drunk guy down to his basement,
Oh,
chains
yeah,
him up,
yeah,
and
yeah.
then sets bricks
The Allan Poe
in front of him. Yeah,
story.
all because he like dishonored his family or something. I don't know.
Because there's nothing more honorable than putting a drunk guy in your basement tied up.
Well, nobody found him. He put bricks in front of him. He built a wall.
I remember the Telltale Heart. I like that one. Does that
Because
count for anything?
Everybody knows
Why,
the
you're
Telltale Heart.
never gonna hear it. So
The Raven?
As well as everybody knows the Raven. Everybody knows the Telltale Heart, and most people know Pit and Pendulum.
I
and the
don't
monkey's
know
paw.
that one.
Don't forget the monkey's paw.
Yeah, the Monkey's Paw. Yeah.
I know the Simpsons version better than the regular version, but hey,
I liked the South Park one where they chained Butters up in the basement and tried to feed him some woman.
Which one was that?
Okay.
He's like, can I just have some SpaghettiOs? It's the one where the kids are trying to steal the future telling device from the girls, but it's actually one of those paper things that
Oh,
like
yeah,
you choose
yeah,
a color
yeah.
and a number.
And then they do like this whole government
Oh, no,
operation.
Yeah, one of those.
I think the last South Park I watched was either the one with Cartman wanting the Wii or like the one where they had the air guitar championships for Guitar Hero.
Oh, topical.
that's about how far back
Is
they
it-
go in South Park too. I mean, I watched like religiously the first 4 or 5 seasons, and after that, not so much.
Is it
I was
Obsidian
Third.
who's making a South Park RPG, or is it Bethesda? One of them.
I don't think either of those are making
Pretty sure.
any of that stuff.
South Park RPG. I'm looking it up.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't feel like
found
the
out
South Park
it's Game
RPG would
Informer's
really
cover for January
Because I downloaded
2012.
the demo like a year ago apparently, and because I was cleaning off my hard drive was packed on my Elite, and I actually had to clear stuff off finally. And I got a South Park demo of a game on here that I never played.
Yeah, it's
I
Obsidian.
do know Obsidian did just get the green light for some new IP,
It's Obsidian.
and I'm excited about that. They haven't like announced what it is or what it's called yet, though.
Well, they are doing the South Park RPG.
They are?
Yeah. Hold on, let me paste.
That is interesting.
Is it going to be like the Sonic RPG that came out?
Hopefully not.
Oh God, please no.
I didn't play it.
Yeah.
Yeah, South Park.
I got to mute this so you guys can guys don't hear it.
That is pretty intense.
Pretty intense.
Yeah. I guess that's the
pretty
one.
intense for South Park was trying to get through that damn song in Rock Band 2.
Oh, Cartman's Lady.
Timmy and the Lords of the Underworld. Hardest song in the game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But no, so yeah, they're doing a RPG. They got, I know they're doing a Wheel of Time RPG, and it's based on a book series. And they pitched a new IP to somebody, and
Well, they're hooking up for
they're getting good
THQ
results.
for South Park.
Say something, Sarge.
That's really weird.
Well, Sarge, if you're hearing us, you gotta hit that button at the top that says broadcasting. Because I had the same problem. I knew everything was working,
Yeah,
but I
that's-
forgot to hit
yeah.
the broadcasting button to start.
Broadcast, yes.
And then also hit the plus buttons near the bottom.
Broadcasting.
Yeah, that's why your mic's not working, yeah. Click,
We're live and broadcasting.
start broadcasting.
There we
Oh,
go.
hey! There we go.
He's showing up.
We
Well, he's
control
got
the
the
audio.
microphone.
We control the audio.
I can't
You've
hear
kind of thrown off our, like... Hello? You didn't set it so that you...
Spectacular.
Wait, I can see your bar moving
Yeah,
up and
the
down,
bar's
so you're
moving.
talking, but I can't hear you.
No, that's
You
the
can
Andrex.
actually set the levels too. You can customize it. Set
Here
the,
it goes.
Did you,
Did I?
maybe accidentally... Or, oh, I can hear you now. yeah.
there was,
Okay, that's good.
let there be sound.
Yeah, sound would be good.
On the seventh day, the Lord said, "Let there be lights." But who was he talking
That was actually the first day.
to?
There's a monologue.
I've read the Bible a long time, my friend.
On the seventh day, Lord said, whatever, I made light. I don't gotta do shit anymore.
The guy said,
No, I think
My
it was the
microphone
second day.
is
actually.
being annoying.
remember those Bud Light commercials?
Or maybe
I don't
it was the
remember
first day.
We can hear you now, Sarge.
Can you hear
Okay,
me
we
now?
need to get
Yeah.
Kumiko in here.
Okay.
She posted on
You
the
know,
forum.
we need a girl.
Yeah, Sausage Fest
They're
total.
because they're like soft and they smell nice.
Unfortunately, I don't have a webcam with this particular computer, so headset will have to do.
Well,
I
welcome
suppose so.
to the 25th Gcast. You can see us, as you can see.
We've kind of been at it for a while, though.
You know, Sarge, you look like a giant microphone, I gotta say.
I like the
Wow,
look
I
you
don't
got
believe
going.
I've ever been described that way before. I don't
Are
know
you-
whether
are you
it's
s-
a compliment or not.
I'm guessing that's a smile, like the way that...
That's the head, and
it
that
looks like a smile to me.
right there, you know.
That's funny.
And your head is not attached to your body. Yeah, okay, I'm done making
You
jokes.
got that weird Rayman effect, right?
Yeah.
If only I played Rayman.
Did anyone pick up the new Rayman?
I want to. It looks really good.
Yeah, me too. Retro
But,
platformers, 2D platformers.
Yeah, I'm probably going to get it on the PS3.
I'm sure it looks awesome in HD.
I saw
I've
The Blob came out on the PlayStation Store. Or The Blob 2 came out on the PlayStation Store. I'm looking into that, too. Wait, you don't like The Blob?
I don't know, it just doesn't look like my kind of game.
It's like
Um,
using the word "the blob," except they replaced "the" with
Duh.
"duh."
Or death.
The Blob.
The Bears.
The bears.
The
I'm
Naughty
getting
Bear.
more interesting because with obviously you saw the little my kids running around earlier. It gets a little bit more restrictive over what you can play. I was playing out in Skyrim and they got those cinematic finishers, and right as he's running the guy through, my 8-year-old comes up and, "Dad, did you just kill him?" He attacked me.
He is a very bad man. He is Hitler. Tell him he's Hitler. Everything's okay if the bad guy is Hitler.
8-year-olds don't know what Hitler is.
And
They will. Oh, they will.
So I guess
So
you
I think you
don't,
can get away with
no, because of that I've been
you don't
well,
play much.
my kids, it's not like I'm trying to totally shield them or anything either. They're really the 8-year-old's really big into Lego Star Wars, Lego Batman, Lego anything Lego really. Yeah, Lego Indiana Jones.
Lego's pretty cool.
And I remember when I was a kid
But I've been
with
playing-
actual Legos.
Yes. Actual Legos.
Because I can board, no problem. That's why I've been playing Eve the last couple days, especially with that new expansion they just came out with. So
New
I'm
expansion.
waiting for them to come out with a game called Lego Legos, and you just build stuff with Legos.
Wait, no, what if it was a game where you had to build Legos with Legos?
Yeah, that would be.
Inception.
That's crazy talk. I don't.
Inception. Inception.
I own that. I bought that almost a year ago, and I've yet to see it yet.
What?
Of course you have.
Yeah.
Of course you have. That's everything.
Afterlife. I bought that like.
Did you get?
I'm gonna make
Inception,
fun of
the
you
game?
for that
For a
You know,
long
I
time.
get the feeling that in your house somewhere is just like this room filled with cases for DVDs and games that are still in plastic wrap that will never, ever, ever be opened, and you'll just pass them on to whoever you will them to when you die.
And you want to know something? You're right. So, let's see. What do I have here? Anybody like Mad Men at all?
Spooey, you're gonna be on Hoarders one day.
It's okay.
Yeah, Mad Men's a good show.
I haven't even taken this out of the wrapper from like Amazon from like a week ago. It's just sitting
Send
there
your
in the
stuff to
bag.
me. Just lend it to me.
Yeah, show I got into.
And then I can
Oh, wait.
send it back to you when you want to watch it. Just send all your stuff to me after you buy it.
This is a special event, guys, because you're recording me actually opening a movie product.
And you're not gonna
This doesn't happen very often.
you're not gonna watch it for like 6 months or something.
But no, you know, a show I recently got into is 6 Feet Under, which is really good.
Oh yeah, you were talking.
I heard about that. It's
Reboot.
it's done with,
The
right? It
complete
came out
series?
some time ago.
Yeah. Dexter playing a closeted homosexual.
That's not too far.
Okay,
off.
hey, reboot. Wow, Toonami and all that. Ha.
Jeez, Reboot.
Remember Reboot, guys?
I remember Reboot.
I love Reboot.
To Mend and Defend.
It's probably the best
The
Canadian.
game was that show was a lot cheesier now, looking back at it.
Yeah.
Season
It was
3 is
pretty
awesome.
cheesy back in the day.
Yeah, it didn't seem that way because I was a little kid though. Like, you know.
I thought it was really cheesy before. What was it? The little kid like got lost and grew up or something.
There's two
I
of them.
never watched this show, but I've heard it was good, so I ordered it on like when it was cheap on Black Friday.
See, I've heard the opposite. I heard it wasn't very good.
Apparently, it's not about gardening. I was like totally taken aback.
Yeah, just remove the S at the end, and that's what the show is about. So there you go.
Oh, that makes
Sweet.
sense.
Yeah, she grows it and like to make ends meet or something.
Okay.
I don't know.
Andrex,
Thanks for spoiling
like-
the show,
I haven't
Ryan.
watched it, but I guess it would be something.
That's
in
like
the
the
same
plot in the first episode.
vein, like a Breaking Bad or something.
I suppose I should tell you there's meth in Breaking Bad. Yeah, it's not a show about a chemistry teacher. Oh, nice.
Well, there's a
But
lot
yeah.
of chemistry going on. I mean,
Oh yes, but it's not just a show about a chemistry teacher who teaches his students using unconventional methods, and they all love him for it. It's not it's not the Mr. Holland's opus of chemistry.
Well, that's one show I can cross off my list then, because that's what I thought it was, and now, I just don't know anymore.
now it's about a couple of incompetents trying to sell meth,
There you go.
and that's just not nearly as interesting.
No, not selling meth, more making meth.
Oh,
Why do you have all the have you watched them, Spoonie?
I've seen all of season 1 and like a little bit of 2.
Season 3 and 4 are quite a bit different than the first two, but they're still really, really good.
Yeah, that's what I hear. A lot of people said that it's sort of departed from the way it was originally, and I guess it's supposed to be better in some ways.
Well, yeah, but like, of course, you have to depart after a while. You can't keep things exactly the same, or else
They can't just be like
stale.
bumbling terrible at what they're trying to do forever.
Yeah, I mean, he's got cancer, so.
Next season's the last one, right?
Yep. Although they're saying they might divide it into 2 seasons.
Like The Walking Dead.
Too many.
Well, yeah, just
too
like
many
that. Only it's
seasons.
going to be 2
that
mini seasons of 10 or no 8 episodes.
That was not cool. They just
I have not
freaking
seen
stagnate
the last
the plot.
3 episodes. Do not spoil the last 3 episodes.
Stagnated
what?
forever
What?
and ever, and then they finally do something. All right, we'll be back in 3 months.
Yeah, this show is really boring me, Walking Dead.
Oh,
Don't
did
worry,
you
I
see
won't
the
give away
latest
any plot
episode,
details.
Ryan?
I'm just gonna say they finally did something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see the
Now they're-
latest episode?
Like, you know why nothing's been happening, at least?
Hmm?
You know why it's taking them 6 episodes to do 1 episode's worth of story?
Because
Yes.
the writers from Dragon Ball Z are the writers from Walking Dead?
Yeah.
Nice!
Damn it! I had a good joke lined up for that.
I'm
pretty
sorry,
sure
I
those
stole it.
Japanese people.
I watched Dragon Ball Z, like an hour of it. The one time I ever watched like a full hour of it, they were standing on a cliff preparing to battle, and then they'd have like this news crew that was there, like recording them, like hyping up the battle, and then all the characters were there talking about them being ready to battle, and then an hour later it ended.
Well, you needed to watch about a week and a half worth more of episode, and then the fight would have started.
Wait,
We
was
would have
it-
gone through 2 transformations in that time, and probably one character would have maybe gotten killed. Maybe in about a week and a half, 2 weeks worth of episodes.
And then
if you're watching daily.
later,
One
they
of
would
them, like,
wish him back to
fell,
life.
And like a vein popped out or something, and that was like the big thing for the episode. It was like, oh my god, his vein popped out.
Spooey,
See, my favorite was when Frieza said the planet would blow up in 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and then like 10 episodes later, they're like still talking. Oh god.
Yeah, it's
Spooey,
the
did you
joke that
watch
goes,
the-
how many Super Saiyans does it take to change a light bulb?
the Kai episode?
One, but it takes...
We don't know
15
because
episodes.
I died waiting to find out the answer.
Spooey, was that the Kai version you watched, or just the normal Dragon Ball Z?
It was on Cartoon Network. Whenever they used to air it at like 4 p.m., like about 10 years ago.
Oh, then that was the regular version, then.
All
Yeah,
my
that's when I
friends-
used to
High
watch it.
It was the
version.
same time like Gundam Wing was on, because all my friends were like telling me how.
For all the stuff that had to get covered up.
What?
What was that?
That's awesome when everybody gets quiet all at the same time. Everybody's so polite. It's great.
I'm not polite.
Talk amongst yourself.
Quit spreading rumors about me. You don't know me.
I do know you actually. I can see you right now.
Don't compliment people behind their back, man. It's not cool.
I went and got myself a little toy because I was looking for my DS, what's left of it, because my kids have like separated the top screen from the bottom screen and it doesn't quite work anymore. So that's what came out of it.
That's when you beat those
Sucks.
kids half to death.
What is that? What is
Yeah.
that?
Is it a
That
memory
is something
card or
that won't work in most DSs that you get anymore. Because this DS cartridge, if I pop it open,
Don't say anything illegal.
no, it's not
It's
illegal.
like a micro SD card or
My
something.
Do you know what I see?
My
When I
gift-
look at that? When I look at that, do you know what I see? I see an excuse to beat your children like redheaded stepchildren.
What if they had orange hair? Would that just make them like weird?
You know, and if they don't, you can just give it to them.
Perhaps. I don't know.
Just go get some dye at the store and be like, look, it's time to change your hair color.
Yeah, look, we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way.
I mean, you can either be conscious or unconscious. I'm just telling you the path to unconsciousness. Not as pleasant.
Spooey's still
Does anybody
rocking
find it
the DS Fat. I saw. The blue one.
hair?
Yeah. That's the one I had.
Here's the original one, and then I have the light, which I have opened it once to make sure it works, and then I nicely put it back over here. So.
I have
I
my
guess-
fat in the ass of the other room.
I've never bought
Yawning.
a handheld console.
This isn't
My
work
sister
right anymore.
got me a GBA many years ago with Metroid Fusion, and that's the only game I ever played.
Well, you picked a good one.
Yeah, it was pretty good. I liked it.
Fusion was good.
I like it
I want
better
to
than Zero Mission, and a lot of people loved Zero Mission. So.
I'm holding off on the 3DS until pretty much the day that they launch the new Animal Crossing game for that will be the day that I pick it up. I don't know what it is about Animal Crossing. It's just like addictive. It's like crack with little furries.
Yeah. I didn't get into the Wii one,
I
though.
for like 2 days.
Did you just say furry crack?
That is just unpleasant imagery.
Oh, well, you said it.
Yeah, but you
So,
emphasized it
Starfy-
and like made people think of it.
Okay. Well, my job here is done.
We are actually at the hour mark in like 30 seconds, so.
You can go an hour and a half.
Probably wrap it up.
Go an hour and a half. Let's go.
We can keep.
It's
Yeah,
Um,
hour and a half.
Episode. We gotta make it special.
I do think it was the only other episode I was involved in where it went for like 2 hours or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think a movie, like a movie length of us, sitting around.
Well, if we're just going to be throwing up random things in front of the screen,
Yeah.
I feel like I should. Oh yeah. Hey, you guys.
I could also hold up random things in front of my screen, but the effect would just not be the same.
I feel like I should go get my rare, like PS1 games or something. I have a gold cartridge, Ocarina of Time.
I have a gold cartridge from like the original NES.
Game of the Year case of Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, I have Final Fantasy VII. I have both the Mega Man Legends games. I don't know if those are rare at all.
Who has that?
They probably are.
I do.
I have both Mega Man Legends and the Misadventures of Tron Bonne.
Oh, I want it! I want it!
I think I even have like that demo disc for like Mega Man Legends 2 that came with
Oh,
it.
I want it!
Well, it's not like he's going to play it, so we might as well give it to you.
Beast Wars!
it's fish.
This is too shiny. You guys can't. You can only see the name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did you, like, set up all this stuff that you were going to be showing off prior to the cast, or is it just everywhere, and you just
Well,
have
there's random crap next
My desk here in different slots. So.
Spooey's gonna be on
I have
orders
nothing
one day.
next to me. I
Just
have
saying.
this. I'm going to show off this. It's a jar with buttons in it.
Yeah, I think you're going to end up on the show Hoarders, but it's going to be like an exceptionally organized house full of way too much stuff.
Go Green Machine!
Well, I know it's going to sound so wrong, but here, take a look at my beaver.
Nice beaver. Thanks, I just had it stuffed. Name the movie.
Austin Powers.
Is that
The first one.
is that The Beaver
No.
starring Mel Gibson?
No. Try again.
That was my favorite spoof on Family Guy. Was the spoof of that, the entry, the opening of that one, the Family Guy, where they like 5-minute intro for Family Guy.
I don't watch Family Guy.
I haven't seen it
Oh.
in some time, unfortunately.
sorry.
I do like it from time to time, though. I know a lot
Okay,
of
hold-
people...
He was referring to the. Should I say it? Should I say it?
Go for
Go
it.
I don't think the spoiler fear is that great.
Yeah, it's
Cigarette?
Family Guy.
Yes.
What?
Naked
Okay.
Gun.
Yeah, there you go. You guys have seen the Naked.
Yeah, I love the Naked Gun.
Give me exactly 41 seconds. Because I have a.
Have you ever seen?
All right.
You ever seen
Okay.
the Family Guy spoof that has the entire like? It's the longest opening they did for Family Guy, and the whole spoof is a spoof at the beginning of the Naked Gun. They do the whole thing almost. It's Bin Laden, and Stewie goes and he beats up Bin Laden and all his guys, and then rides his big wheel through. He's riding it through showers and everything else like the police car.
They have the music.
Yeah, that it's
Yeah, and he
It's
runs
sad
over
that we can
Homer.
see. Okay, here you go. Hold on. I gotta play something for you.
There are less crude ways to do what you're about to do, Spooey.
Yeah.
Hey, man.
he's
Not all of us
old
know
school.
about this fancy technology. It took me like 20 minutes to get my microphone working.
You guys hear it?
I can't really speak though.
I can barely hear it, dude.
Very
Don't even bother.
Quietly. Oh, I hear Leslie Nielsen.
Yeah, it's a shame that he died. Although he was really old, so it's not like unexpected.
It wasn't like, and
Wait.
the world was shocked that a guy who was
audio
old
technology.
Wait,
died.
I used to
I
actually watch shows on TV and record them on a cassette recorder. So
Yeah,
that?
I never
Yeah.
got...
you're back.
What you do?
Man, recording onto tapes. Remember when tapes used to exist? That was cool.
We would take the cassette recorder and set it up in front of the TV so we could record the TV show. And of course, we never listened to it again because we didn't want to sit there and listen to the darn thing afterwards. Except the Transformers movie. When I recorded that, we listened to that recording on cassette over and over and over again.
Did you have the censored version or the real version?
Oh, they just killed Optimus Prime!
Do not grieve.
Orson Welles.
And then, of course, we were all blown away by the series later. We were just, like, mind blown when they were like, they just said damn on TV.
They just said shit, remember? You remember?
Well,
like,
it was on the movie, wasn't it?
yeah, when the Unicron eats the planet, and they thought they're blowing them up, and they're like, oh shit, what are we gonna do now? And it's like, you know, for the first time in, like, a PG cartoon, like, somebody swore. And, but now it's expected in every PG cartoon.
Well, yeah, the touch. Oh, he said hell. They said damn. What's going on this episode? What?
Open, damage, open.
Why are you trying to shoot me, Andrex? That's not cool.
Well, you know, sometimes you just feel like shooting people through the internet.
I mean, if that was like an actual gun instead of just your fingers, you would have totally broke your computer.
Yeah, probably. Then I wouldn't have to
And
look at your ugly faces anymore. Not your specific.
Wait, Andrex, I got you a present.
Awesome.
I wrote your name down in my notepad.
Your
You see it?
Andrew.
Death Note.
December 3rd.
Death Notepad. No, whatever, the post-it notes.
Death Notepad. That's awesome.
1201.
Andrew Rabin, heart attack, December 3rd, 2011, 12:01.
It's technically Raybon.
Raybon?
Yeah.
Raybon, Rabin.
Rabon? Yeah, I thought it was Rabin. It's not Rabin, it's Raybon?
Yeah.
So
I don't
is
know,
your name
like
no
Rabon
there
to
or
me.
not here?
Yeah.
No there.
Yeah, no there.
Or is it Nath Erie?
Or is it?
Nefere, god of Tales of the Abyss in New Vegas.
That's another game that comes out next year, isn't it, Ryan?
Yeah,
That
see,
we should also buy.
two of my favorite games, my favorite game of last gen and my favorite game of this gen, are getting re-released next year.
When does 8 Days come
There's only
out?
one important game.
I want to play 8 Days.
There's only one important game coming out next year. I'm sorry.
Which
What?
is?
If you say Halo 4.
3.
Oh, Mass Effect.
Mass Effect.
Mass Effect. I don't like Mass Effect.
Okay, well, if you don't, then you're kind of insane. However,
That's shocking.
the third
I don't
one
like-
I have some skepticism about, just because the second one was, I don't know.
Step down.
You guys know a
Like,
whole.
it was a dumb
It sort of ramps
A
up, like, you know,
whole
the production
bunch of stuff
value and a lot of
leaked
things to a
Mass
really
Effect.
impressive degree, but then when you actually get into the plot, you're like, that doesn't make any sense.
If they can get to a nice medium in between the first one for RPG and the second one, which was just way too much shooter, they took everybody's advice from the first one and went way overboard on trying to fix stuff.
Hey man, they want
That's what
Call of
happened.
Duty's audience.
What's the deal with the redhead
Yeah,
girl?
they do want Call of Duties. Oh, the redhead? She's the new Mass Effect slut.
Isn't that the one that Chad likes a lot for some reason, even though he's like not into women?
I don't know. I guess. I think Chad just likes to, like, say good things whenever games he likes gets new things.
What is this?
And then whenever companies or games he doesn't like have something, he's like, that's stupid!
Well, that's
I
Chad.
don't know why I'm doing it for so long, but I...
So what you're saying is that he likes hyperbole.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright, who's
What is
playing?
this song?
What is this now?
Oh, this is the Naked Gun theme!
Oh, okay.
That's not me.
I
Wait,
couldn't hear
wait.
it very well because it was coming in so choppy.
You remember when I said I was going to make it rain earlier?
Vaguely.
Well, surprise!
Oh, I thought you were going to do something else. Like,
Oh no, God! If you're thinking what I'm thinking, you're thinking.
hold on. No, not pissing everywhere. That would be bad.
Oh, okay.
I'd be
God!
angry with you if you did that. Calm down, Otacon.
Sweet Jesus!
Talk about
That's what I was doing too.
Yeah.
It's like one of my
Okay.
Japanese animes.
Well, why'd you stop at this
Oh.
part?
I cracked him so hard when I first saw that.
That almost works with this though. If you talk and because of lag here, if you do that, talk like that and just move your mouth a lot, it'll really. Depending on see, it works even better for you because your camera.
Circle box. Yep, it's working.
Actually, when you said make it rain, this is actually what came to mind.
I can't.
Of all things.
Whoa! Don't show them.
Oh, jeez.
Well, see, that's why I kind of wish that it had been working, the G Plus thing, because you can actually just flip YouTube right into your chat and video and everything. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
How that works.
Oh well. Tiny Chat is lag-free.
Yep.
Would anybody like to see an experiment in action?
What kind of
An
experiment?
experiment in action or an experiment in action?
A live experiment to those of us who are in the chat, but pre-recorded to those of us who are watching the chat.
And by those of us who are watching the chat, you mean
Are you suggesting that people are actually going to watch this? Because that's kind of
yeah.
unrealistically optimistic.
Yeah.
At random, I pulled a handful of PlayStation 3 games, and we're going to see which ones are open and which ones are not open.
Okay.
Oh, that's going to be easy. I'm saying all of them are unopened. I win.
Open or not open?
Let's go.
I don't know if it's a competition or not, but I just wanted to say that.
Genji Day of the Blade, not open. You can see the extra shininess on
Why
it.
would you buy
I got this, I think, in 2008, my first game.
Why
One of my
would
first,
you
yeah.
buy
Game?
that?
Your very first game?
Yeah.
Really? Genji Day of the Blade, your very first, Spooie's very first game.
Is that the one where they were talking about real-time weapon change and all that, like at that hilarious E3 conference?
Is that the one with the giant enemy crab attacking its weak points for massive damage?
I think so. That was from the legendary Bad Conference.
Yes.
That guy
Oh,
was
the conference
so prepared to do that
from
demonstration.
PS3 to 360.
Based on feudal Japanese warfare.
The one that
Giant enemy crab.
Hey man, real-time weapon change, that is a totally innovative feature introduced to gaming by Genji Day of the Blade.
for massive damage. You hit the enemy's weak spot for massive damage. The only problem with doing that was that it kind of took away from Ridge Racer. It's Ridge Racer.
It's Ridge Racer!
6-axis controls for Warhawk. That was pretty impressive too.
$599 US dollars.
I was gonna say that.
$599. God of War Collection,
That looks like
also unopened.
a PSP.
Is that like HD remakes of the first two or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see why you don't have
I
it
really-
open.
I should play
Greatest
those at some
hits
point.
version of Killzone 2, also unopened. I did not actually care for the first one, but I've heard the second one's a lot better. I did play the first one.
It's a shooter. You play one shooter like that. You play one shooter similar to Killzone 2. You've really played them all.
Ninja Gaiden Sigma.
That's another one that I didn't like. All these games are ones I don't like.
I don't know. Like, Ninja Gaiden 2 was actually really bad, and I was really disappointed because I really loved Ninja Gaiden for the Xbox. Like, I thought it was a great game, but 2 was just terrible.
I think I have both Ninja Gaiden and Ninja Gaiden Black for the Xbox.
Yeah, I have
Ninja
Black.
and Sigma, I think it's just its fancy name for the port of the original
played it.
Xbox.
Okay, well if it's that... Oh yeah, that's right. There's like Sigma, and then there's Sigma 2 or something
Yeah,
like
Sigma
that.
2 is the port of Ninja Gaiden 2.
Yeah, that one, I would not recommend anyone go anywhere near. But the port of the original, I don't know, I haven't played it, but assuming it plays like the
It's
one
the same
for the
thing.
Xbox,
It's the exact same game. It's just a different name. Make it look fancy.
So they didn't add
This
anything?
is-
It's just the same
I think they
game.
might have added like a few small extra features, but it's basically the same game.
You did open that one. But did you
It's
play
open!
it, is the question.
No, I didn't, because I'd have to take the plastic off. We have come to our first open game. Actually, I beat this game, too, so...
What is it?
If I can get the case closed now, which I can't, apparently. I've broken the case.
Awesome.
There it goes, okay. Resistance, Fall of Man. What was that?
That was somebody being murdered by their child.
Yeah.
You've got patricide on screen.
That happens all the time on the internet, though. What's those things?
Now we have a Christmas tree.
Yes.
I
Heavenly
wonder
Sword.
if it's a real Christmas tree or a fake one. It's kind of early to be buying a real one.
This is around
Also
when
on
we
it.
get one.
I don't think real trees glow. So, I don't... It might be a...
Well, there are these things called lights that you can, like, string around a tree that make it have the glowing appearance.
Blasphemy! Blasphemy! Blasphemy!
You know, it's an unconfirmed rumor, but I think it might be possible. Just so you know.
You take your black magic and... Yeah, evil magic.
Take my California voodoo somewhere else.
Yes.
Clarence.
I heard the game
The
was
only
good.
lights I know of are the ones that God made in the Old Testament, okay? So...
Oh,
What
Ryan.
about the New Testament?
So you're like totally broadcasting from an Amish farm in Pennsylvania right now, right?
Yeah, I have my camera hooked up to a potato.
Alright, cool. Your potato's name is GLaDOS, right?
GLaDOS?
Hell yeah.
No.
GLaDOS the potato.
Vodka comes from potatoes.
It can.
I don't name my potato. We don't name our potatoes. We don't name our food before we eat it, okay? It's inhumane.
That...
They like. I hope that's a lightsaber anyway.
But what was Andrex about to say earlier?
What was I gonna say?
You said my
We're gonna
name.
Today, remember? That was the plan, I think.
Did I? I don't remember.
I think you did, just like a few minutes ago.
Off-screen lightsaber duel. It's like I'm watching The Bourne Identity. Can't tell what's going on.
No, then it's gotta be like.
Yeah, there we go.
Ninja Turtle bike off. Yeah. And the winner for best editing in a movie goes to The Bourne Ultimatum.
No, best editing in a movie would go to Hideo Kojima for Metal Gear Solid 4.
Are they really going to make a fifth one?
Snake.
Apparently.
I don't
No,
know
that
how
was
they're
a
going to
rumor.
make a fifth one because, like,
Yeah.
everyone is either dead or super old or has their plot line set up. Like, every single thing that needed the plot line tied up, plus a whole bunch of shit that didn't need to, but he decided to add it anyway, also got thrown in there and resolved.
That's what I told Chad.
Yeah, I think,
And Chad's like, no,
well,
there
yeah.
has to be a Metal Gear Solid 5.
You can't really call it Metal Gear Solid. He should just call it Metal Gear something else,
Metal
you
Gear
know?
Raiden.
Semi-solid?
Well, no, Rising looks really dumb.
I mean, it has to be Metal Gear something else,
Really?
because if it's Metal Gear Solid, the only thing it could be is, like, Retirement Home Adventures, you know, which...
Retirement, home, espionage.
Metal Gear Solid 5, Adventures in Assisted Suicide. I'd play it.
Game of the year.
I would too, just because Kojima is out of his mind and his stuff is really entertaining, even if it's not any good, which it usually is, but still.
Is that a ceiling fan I could see up there?
Yes, it is.
On fire! Look at that! It's crazy. It looks like it's on fire when you do that. So. Oh my god, I've actually come to the second open game I have.
Wait, Spooey, is your popcorn done yet?
What is this? Oh, Little Big Planet. That was a fun game. I like that.
It is a fun game. It's a very...
About 2 days, I was like, when do I get to shoot people? And it never happened.
Yeah, I do not have a PS3 myself, but a friend of mine who has one got it, and we played quite a bit. It was fun.
If you do get a PS3, I'm going to definitely recommend Little Big Planet 2 over the original.
If my job paid
you know
me
what
more than barely enough to get by, I would totally buy a PS3. But unfortunately,
I recommend this for if you're going to play a PS3. Try Blu-ray. It works relatively well for them.
Hey,
That's about all I use mine for.
I already use my computer for that.
You have a Blu-ray
I
drive
bought a
in your
PS3
computer?
actually as my Blu-ray player. Just because it was like the cheapest one on the market at the time.
Yeah, back
What
when it
mine
was
gets used for.
first released, yeah, it was like the cheapest one that was any
And
good.
Kutaragi is insane, but he may also be a genius.
You know, you don't have to be one or the other.
Yeah. Alright, Brian's dead.
Do you have Iron Man 2?
You know, I did not like Iron Man 2 as much as I liked the first one.
I haven't seen it yet.
Maybe. I think that's because nothing actually happens in the movie, because there's like no plot. But
Yeah,
it's
I don't know.
enjoyable to watch. But
It just, the first one had a particular, like, charm to it that just seemed absent in the second one. Which is weird because a lot of it was done in a similar fashion. You could tell there wasn't, like, any sort of departure in style or anything like that. It just sort of didn't ring as well as the first one did.
Do you know why that is?
Why?
Because there was no story to it.
Marvel interference.
There was kind of a story, right? Like,
Because
eccentric
Andrex-
Russian guy, make me Iron Man suits, and then we fight.
It's also been really interesting to see, though, how, frenetic they've been getting with the license. We only have this Marvel license till Disney gets it back. We gotta make movies really quick!
Is it Disney?
We know
that
Disney
owns
owns the Avengers, even though there's going to be nothing Disney on it.
They don't get all the money yet, because all these licenses to all these movies were sold before Disney bought the rights. So all these companies that have these rights, if they quickly make the movies and keep them in production and keep them moving, they make the money off of it, and Disney doesn't get all of the money.
What
If they
did Disney
stall
buy rights
production... That's why they started a new Spider-Man one right away here, because if they hadn't started a new Spider-Man series right now,
But that's
they would have
Sony.
lost the financial rights back to Disney. And Disney could have made them themselves and made all the money off of it.
Right. Yeah, but Sony.
That's what
owns
it's all
that.
about, all the rights.
Yeah, because really there shouldn't be another Spider-Man coming out. I mean, it's been like only 4 years
There is
since the
one
last.
You don't. They're basically rebooting it almost to fall in chronological order with the rest of the trilogy that already came out, which is kind
Right.
of weird.
Yeah, it's really.
I'm waiting for somebody like
They're already going a little bit more in the direction of the actual comics, too. I mean, it's not like he's got the web shooters like in his wrist. He's actually using like chemical shooters that are actually strapped onto his wrist.
I thought it was kind of cool that they changed it so that he could actually produce the web, though.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
I don't know. I'm not really like some people are big time comic book purists, but
you know?
I just kind of like whatever's good. So
I never
if it
really-
doesn't hold true to the comics, then that's fine with me.
Me too.
See, I never really got the comic thing
True to the comic.
with the, we has to get web cartridges.
Right. Yeah, it was that way in the cartoon
Sense.
show that I used to watch in the '90s when I was a kid.
Yeah, I just, it doesn't really make much sense to me because, like, I mean, I'm not really familiar with the background and everything, but like once you get the spider powers, like where did like somebody just come up to him and be like, "Oh, here's some spider cartridges for you,
Well, I
Mr.
guess
Man." I
he-
don't know.
he
He's
made
probably
it.
not a
He's like a
superhero.
really bright
No, he was
kid
a-
is, in
he was
terms
a
of
chemistry
science.
major.
He actually like devised
Oh,
the chemical compound himself, and that's how he used it. But I mean, he's already like got these other spider type powers. Why not just let him be able to make web out of his wrists?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, it's kind of silly.
Why not?
You know, the cartoon actually explained why when he makes a fist, it doesn't shoot out the webbing.
Why is
Anyone
that?
remember that? He had to put accurate pressure on it without bending his other fingers, and he had to like double tap it, I think, and that's what made it shoot out. That's why, like, when he punches people, people were like, "Well, how come when he punches people, it doesn't shoot the stuff out?" And they had that
Yeah.
one episode that girl was like dying from cancer, and then he reveals himself to be Peter Parker and explains like his life story to her and stuff.
What?
And then Doc Ock.
Oh, I've seen that episode. That's like the only episode of that I've ever seen, actually.
I think it was called Make a Wish. It was episode 29 from season 3, I believe, or something like
How
that.
do you know this?
Yeah, you would know
Like, how
that.
would you know that?
Yes, episode 29, I'm sorry.
Are you like just pulling these figures or this out of your butt, or?
We're never going to check it,
happened to-
Ryan, so we might as well
Episode
be.
12. Now, if you ask me about the X-Men episodes, that's a big problem for me, because Fox really screwed up the airing order for those.
That show got really convoluted eventually.
Oh
They
yeah.
had like 15 timelines all like converge, and it just I couldn't follow it anymore.
That's why I liked
For which one?
Evolution. That was a good show.
I remember watching one episode where all the mutants were going to space, and I was just like, "Why is this a thing?"
The Phoenix Saga episodes?
I don't know. They were all going to. The mutants were going to space to like start their own.
Oh, do you know Asteroid M?
Yes,
I don't
That's
know.
just humans.
I guess. Whatever.
The two-part Sanctuary episode where Magneto gets all of the people who were freed from Genosha and decides that he's going to build his own like place in space where all the mutants can go and live in peace. But then like one of his like understudy people tries to kill him and take over because he wants like he lusts for power and stuff.
Okay, but the question is, what is this?
Magneto
Genosha?
had an understudy.
Yeah.
You know, it was continent comes from the comics in the 90s, because this is actually when I collected the comics in the mid-90s. It was the Cameron Hodge, who was Cameron Hodge? He was the guy who actually founded X Factor. He hired on the X Factor, the original X-Men, to go hunt mutants, supposedly to help them out, but it was a con to start his own nation that was a mutant cleansing society. It was this island nation off the coast of Africa called Genosha.
Okay.
That's what that was.
Man, comic books are weird.
Slave Island.
I agree.
Are we almost at the hour and a half?
Yeah.
Have we almost recorded a movie?
Yep.
I feel like we need to put explosions in so we can beat Michael Bay. You know, as the
Well, I
new
do.
up-and-coming filmmakers.
Why would you have that movie?
Where's Shia LaBeouf when you need him?
Shia LaBeouf.
Shia LaBeouf. LaBeouf.
That's a
Waiting
good
for the
movie.
HD version of that.
I really
That's
like that movie.
perfect. That
Right.
release, I saw that. That's
It was
non-anamorphic.
Mr. Johnson in the study with the candlestick or something.
Why are you shouting?
Spock was a man.
Shia LaBeouf as Nathan Drake.
And they go. And they say, "This is how it could have happened."
Right there is one of my favorite movies ever. I can watch that anytime.
Yeah, man, I love
What?
Black Hero too. That's
I
great.
love that movie.
Clue is awesome.
You know the story?
We got
Go
that
ahead.
on videotape years and years ago, back when the only videotapes you could buy was from the video rental store, and they were like $20 used. If you bought a new movie, it was like $70 on VHS. And we got Clue because it was one of the only movies that they had at the time, and it got to the point where we knew almost every single line in that whole movie. 1 + 2 + 2 + 1. No,
one.
even if you're right, it's 1 + 2 + 2 + 1, not 1 + 2 + 2 + 1.
+2
When I was a
plus
kid,
1 is, and
probably
then the
about like
Yeah.
11, 12 years old, I could quote all three of the first three Star Wars movies in order, like
The first three chronologically, or the first three numbered?
the first three that were released,
Okay.
like episodes 4, 5, 6.
What do you mean the first three? There's only 3 of them, you know? It's a shame George Lucas died in 1989.
I kind of am in agreement with that school of thought. I hear there were these other Star Wars movies that were made starting in like 1999 or something, but I'm just going to assume that they were terrible and then never talk about them again.
No, I don't know what you're talking
Lucas,
about.
you know.
George Lucas died in 1989, right after last Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade came out.
We'll always still have Life Day.
Now, see, if some of you guys that actually, use G Plus a little more, I had a picture posted up about 2 weeks ago that was of George Lucas on set with Harrison Ford on one of his movies, and he's doing the film stuff behind, but George Lucas was actually wearing a shirt that said, Han shot first. This is just a couple years back here,
He
where
completely.
he's wearing it, and I had people...
He's a hipster. He's wearing it ironically.
He's the one who changed it.
He completely.
But who-
He completely
There
reversed
really
like
is no
a bunch
accounting
of his
for
decisions
how
later on.
some dude just turned his back completely on everything that he did.
No,
and
because like
it's-
he was like in the 80s he was railing against all these people who didn't want who wanted to throw away the old black and white versions of picture or movies and
recolor them,
and recolor them, but he was like, oh, we got to preserve the original, it doesn't matter what the original directors wanted, we got to preserve the originals. And then like he's so gung-ho about not releasing the theatrical Star Wars,
And now he has no to the Star Wars,
Which really
Return of the
because
Jedi.
You get a Blu-ray. You get the disc sizes of what you got now. You can put multiple versions of a movie on the same disc. I mean, what's the harm in having the theatrical version and your hyper super shiny new version on the same disc? Let people
Where
choose what they
Obi-Wan
want
goes,
to watch.
where Obi-Wan goes, woo!
Oh yeah, they changed that into something retarded. God, that was terrible.
Oh, jeez.
Their special edition, like they added these terrible CG like dance numbers and stuff. It was just like that was when you knew that something was up because he still had creative control over all that, and he actually let that into the movies.
I love the South Park thing where they made fun of changing the Indiana Jones movies, and they had like Star Wars where every character was replaced by Ewoks.
Yeah.
It was like the funniest thing.
come on. I actually liked the Ewok song. You know, okay, maybe I grew up at the time, but, you know. Chop, chop, deep-up, chop, chop.
Wait,
Okay.
Ewok song? You mean
You
like
had to
the
be
song
there.
that they played at the end of the movie? Where they were like, you know, playing the drums on like Stormtrooper helmets.
No, there's an Ewok movie, you know.
The what?
There's an Ewok movie. It's called The Ewoks, I think, or something like that. It's about like some kids
I
that
don't
get...
think I want to hear about
There was a
any
deep-
more of that.
You're thinking of Mac and Me.
What am I thinking of? The kids get stuck on the Ewok planet Endor or whatever?
That was the
Yeah, it's
TV
called
show,
Endor.
the TV specials.
Oh, it's TV specials.
Those
Okay.
actually weren't as bad as, you know, they could have been, but...
I remember watching them as a kid. And, like, you know, I'm only 19, so...
I've heard of them, but I have not seen them.
It came out.
I don't like Star Wars movies as much as other people do.
Well, no, me neither now, honestly. I really don't like sci-fi anymore. Like, I don't know if it's... I don't want to say I've grown past it, because that makes me sound like a pompous ass.
You need
But,
to watch Doctor Who.
I like science fiction, but not sci-fi, if that makes any sense.
That sort of makes sense.
So what you're saying, like, I like Dune, but I don't like Firefly, or like, is that what you're...
No, I don't like Dune, for crying out loud. I mean, I like stuff like... Have you ever seen Children of Men?
Yes.
I watched that the other day. That's science fiction, whereas sci-fi would be like Star Wars or Star Trek.
Star Wars is science fiction, well, it's more science fantasy. Star Trek is science, science fiction, and Star Wars is science fantasy. They're two different things.
Did you see the episode where the midget rode Captain Kirk around like a horse?
The original series wasn't really...
The original, like, I know there are people who like it, but I thought the original Star Trek was actually pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's enjoyable.
That's when
Like
You can use that cave set for an
I
episode.
really liked The Next Generation, and to a lesser extent, Deep Space Nine. And Voyager was, like, sometimes good and sometimes terrible.
I heard
I don't know.
Deep Space Nine
It
was
was
really
very-
good by one of my friends,
very hit or
so I kind of want to check it out. But I haven't
And
seen it
everybody
before.
forgets Enterprise.
That's because it deserves to be
Enterprise
forgotten.
Enterprise wasn't that bad either, up to a point. Part of the problem is they thought they were going to run out of time, so they decided to quick wrap stuff up, and then all of a sudden,
Then they had more
this letter
episodes.
campaign worked. They had nothing to do with the last season. Where are we going to go with this thing?
That was only like 4 seasons, though, right? I mean, who wraps up a show in 3 years?
Well, and then even in the very, very last season of the show, they like did all this crazy stuff, like 2 episodes or 1 episode before the actual end of the show, and then they continued it and did a bunch of stupid stuff to sort of close it out.
Well, it also doesn't help that they completely pissed off not only their own cast and all their fans and everybody else with their final episode. I mean, the final episode was just a piss off.
Yeah,
Just to
basically.
piss off their own.
What
The final
happened?
episode was like, this is the next generation, the good Star Trek, forget Enterprise.
Yeah, it doesn't really give anything away for you to know this if you ever do get to watch the rest of that show. The last episode of Enterprise takes place on the holodeck during one of the episodes from about the 5th season of Star Trek Next Generation.
Does it turn out
It's
to
where
be...
Riker's trying to make this moral dilemma about whether he should help his old captain or not. It's the episode with the ship called the Pegasus, which has a phasing cloaking device. It can cloak and it can phase through solid matter. And they developed it, even though the Federation has a strict prohibited thing on it. But his old captain is trying to convince him not to do this. So he's having this big moral dilemma. And to solve this moral dilemma, he goes into the holodeck and relives the last episode of Enterprise, essentially.
That's really stupid.
So yeah, that was kind of taken as a big insult by a lot of fans of Enterprise. And even though I'm not a fan of Enterprise, I kind of agreed.
I guess
Still
the
one of
one
most
question
popular
I have,
characters.
did Sam Beckett finally leap out at the end?
No, and that is the one final thing that pissed people off more than anything else. The end of a TV show, it goes to black, and the only words that come up on the screen is, Sam Beckett never returned home. That's all it says.
They should have
It just went to black.
daughters and stuff.
Pissed so many people off. Oh yeah, it did have a picture then of like Al and his wife that they'd used from the couple seasons before when Al had gone back and he was trying to talk Sam into convincing his wife that he didn't die in Vietnam and he was only a prisoner of war.
Well, he ends up going back to his wife, and he's like, I've got a fairy tale for you, but I'm going to start with the happy ending. Al's going to be okay. They found him, and everything turned out all right.
All right, we are.
Yeah,
Talking about.
says he figured out how to leap himself.
We're talking about Quantum Leap, in case anybody's confused.
Yeah, there was a bit of a quantum leap in topic there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, though,
Well,
not really into sci-fi anymore.
Dracula, I guess.
That would have just been fun, though, if he just randomly said, Ziggy says there's a 42.9% chance that you're here to stop the Enterprise from going to the, whatever, Vulcan planet. And then he says, something, and then you see, like, the light stream, and he leaps out. And that could be, like, the end of the series. And the Enterprise blows up. Because it was meant to be.
He leaps into the Andorian.
Are you getting tired, you guys?
Yeah, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Right. I think we are so off topic. We've now punked through the off-topic barrier.
I feel like to go on topic would be to go even further off topic.
So you like your
Pokemon?
What topic are we supposed to be on, if any?
I don't know. We didn't have any topics picked. I think for the past few episodes we haven't had any good topics because games suck.
So what?
Gaming sucks. You hear that from all your friends at Project G Forum. Video games suck.
I've been playing this
and
one
Ryan
video
likes
game
Dick.
lately that's pretty good.
Shut up, Andy.
Just saying, Skyrim's pretty good.
I want it. I want to play it, but I don't have any money.
I saw some crazy glitches.
Yeah,
it's got
that's when the
issues.
guy spins into bed.
Yeah.
It actually has this one issue with the scripting in this one critical cutscene that's in the middle of the main quest, where you actually have to use a console command to make the plot move forward, just because the scripting is broken. So
what
that
if
was
you're
fun.
on a console?
I don't know.
I heard the PS3 version
Well,
is very broken.
What, twice now?
I've heard that all the versions are broken. And
I
just
heard
because
The memory file
thing is, though,
corrupts or something.
Oh yeah, that's it. The memory files in the PS3 version are
Right. And now they've actually released a new patch that was supposed to fix some things, but ended up breaking some other things.
Yeah.
Like
No,
the
Spooey,
elemental
don't do
resist and weakness in the game no longer exists, even if they're listed. Like everyone just takes full damage, regardless of if they're weak to something or resisting something.
We need a patch to fix the patch. To fix the
Pretty
patch.
much. There's going to be a patch to fix the patch now.
See, but the thing is, there's nobody. Notice though that people don't. The only game that people really complained about the glitches in recent memory was New Vegas, whereas I know I'm kind of biased because I love New Vegas so much. If I go back and play Fallout 3, my game crashes so much more than it does when I play New Vegas. I don't know.
Yeah, I've gotten a handful of crashes more recently when I've been playing Skyrim. Probably
Here's a better
10-ish.
Here's the better question. Why can't developers come out with a game that's fixed before it's released?
Probably
because
they're
like I said earlier,
big enough.
video games suck.
I mean, a
What
game
would make-
like that is going to be, by its very nature, difficult to bug test, just because the amount of random stuff you can do is sort of impossible to calculate.
They did say they had a lot more bug testers this time around, though. Perhaps they
need
lied.
100 or something. Seriously, the size of the team that was developing the game, they need to have that many people bug testing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can't say the whole video game sucked, though. Because, I mean, come on, there was that Mega Man 2 came out a while ago, Well, I mean, that Mega Man 2 game that came out a while back, that was pretty good.
Mega
Oh,
Man
yeah.
On the topic of HD remakes, which we were kind of on earlier, Halo Anniversary is a lot of fun. I've been playing that.
The new one came out? The Combat Evolved Anniversary?
The remake.
Yeah, it came out a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
It's fun. They changed a couple of things a little bit, and it's kind of funny to see how, because you know how in older games, because of the technical limitations, like a lot of movements and stuff were very exaggerated to better convey a point. It looks really funny when you see sort of updated, really more modern character models doing those same super exaggerated, cartoony type movements.
Yeah.
Can't
I
you
could just-
toggle?
I would-
If
that's why- or else.
You can toggle, can't you? The
Yeah, if you
advanced
hit
graphics
the-
back to...
You can hit the select or the back button on the Xbox to switch back and forth at any time during gameplay, but not cutscenes.
See, that's why I thought a HD remake of Final Fantasy VII would be so funny to see, like, new, like, just completely, beautiful character.
I heard
design. Just imagine them doing the animations from the old sprites.
Well, I heard there was
Remember when you had to do squats?
Like the synchronized button pressing in that one reactor, where you have to press circle like 1 billion times to get the damn thing synchronized up with your AI teammate.
Yes! Where they lift their arms up like this.
Right. They're like pounding on the table even though all they're doing is pressing a button.
It would be perfect.
Wasn't there a scenario in the original Final Fantasy VII where, like, Cloud was wearing a dress or something? And
Yes!
And I heard they would leave that out.
Into the mansion of this one, like, slumlord sort of guy, because you have to talk to him about something. I can't remember what exactly.
You had to find out why Tifa was there.
And sneak in and find out. Yeah, that's right. You have to find out what she was doing there. And then Eris comes with you.
Because it turns out there's like a whole conspiracy that he knows about blowing up Sector 7, and it's,
Right.
They would leave that out of the remake, okay. I'm guaranteeing
that was a really
you
good
right
game.
now.
If they made a remake, I would buy the hell out of it. I would buy a PS3 just for that game if it was exclusive.
I think Square would ruin it. I think Square would take one of my favorite games, one of my top 5 games, and just poop all over it.
I don't know. I really hope they could do it well. I mean, they could take, say, the voice cast they brought in for the Advent Children movie, because I thought they were all fairly well-fitting.
Yeah.
But the soundtrack, like, I'm torn, because I don't think that the old MIDI files would mesh well with actual voiceovers, even though I really love those old MIDI files.
There's just so many things that... Wait.
You heard some of the orchestral scores and the piano stuff that they've done for Final Fantasy 7, 8, 9, all those. You use those instead of using the old MIDI files, I mean.
Yeah, I mean, there are ways it could be done well, and I think it could be done really, really well and just be really popular, and I would love it, but I don't know if it will ever get done.
I'd like to see him do 9, though. I'd like to see him do 7, 8, and 9 in kind of a series, redo all 3 of them.
I feel like there's so many things, especially in 7, because they had sprites instead of, like, full-size character models, that just wouldn't work, like mini-games and whatnot.
Right.
Or just like the ways you would climb in certain areas that you'd go into, or certain cutscene parts that just would not work unless you were using sprites.
Yeah, but some of that could be, really updated and just done in a completely different fashion.
That's what I don't like about it, because I feel like Square would update
Are you talking about the part where you climb up that big old cable for like a half hour?
Cable?
The cable? Like
the cable. Yeah, the cable. Yeah, like that right there. It would look really weird, but I think anything that they would do to update it would just be stupid Square crap.
Well, the whole game was stupid Square crap to begin with, so...
No, it wasn't. It was actually really silly and fun. Like, it seems like it was, when you hear people talk about it, they're like, oh, it was emo and whatnot. It wasn't. It was a lot of silly fun.
You're someone who likes Dirge Cerberus.
Sort of,
so...
like, everyone sort of, like, tries to characterize Cloud as, like, this emo kid, when at the beginning of the game, and really throughout the game, he's actually kind of this, like, cold-hearted son of a bitch sort of character.
No, well, in the beginning he was cold-hearted, but, like, as he went on, I thought he got kind of goofy. Like, remember, right before the final fight with Sephiroth, he tells the gang, all right, everybody, let's mosey. And it's just, I don't know, it's funny.
Now, Squall in the next game, in Final Fantasy 8, which was my favorite.
He was emo.
He was emo. I mean,
oh, yeah.
Straight up emo.
Oh, yeah. He was cuts himself emo.
Yeah.
Noah doesn't love me!
I didn't really play 8 or 9. I actually didn't keep playing again until 10. I've played 10 and some of 12.
I don't like 10 at all.
Here?
I think 10 and 13 are the worst in the series, honestly.
Oh,
you have to hit the button. You have to hit the broadcasting button, the blue one up above.
And you can configure your settings up on the upper right and then hit start broadcasting.
Kumi's here. Things are cool now. You all suck.
And then,
it's all about Steph.
What was I saying? Oh, yeah, well, honestly, when you say you didn't play 8 or 9, you weren't really missing out on that much. I think the best Final Fantasy games
Well, you know, I still have my
8 was
PlayStation.
pretty-
It still works just fine. It's just that finding copies of those games is very difficult.
Yeah, well, you can get them on the Oh, so you don't have the PS3.
Like-
Yeah. Are they available on PSN? 8 and 9?
Yeah, all three of them are.
Okay.
But the thing about 8, especially, 8 had a lot of really dumb gameplay quips, and like probably the dumbest storyline I can think of. Like it just
Well, it
very
didn't
Have you played Final Fantasy 13?
me.
Yeah. Because then you can't say it
yes,
has
yeah.
the dumbest story.
Yes, it wasn't very good, and it did have a really dumb story. Like I didn't
wasn't really
play all the way through it, you know, but from everything I've seen, you know, on the internet, YouTube, whatever, it had a very dumb story.
Yeah.
The number 8's problem wasn't really so much the storyline. It was just, it was the first one to have the huge, as long and cinematic of the Guardian Force animations, and there was
Oh
no way
my
to
God.
skip through them. Long ones. So
The
the
most
problem with
annoying.
8 for most people is that it ended up repetitive, and it just was annoying as hell to watch it over and over in.
Like longer than the
Yeah.
summer animations in 7?
Yeah, and the thing is you can't. The only way you can do any serious damage against boss fights is by using your summons. But you have to keep using them over and over and over, and you have to watch the same long cutscene every time.
Man,
And
I
then
remember
if you,
how
if you
often-
want to use magic, you have to steal it from enemies. You have to use the draw function, and like you'll sit there on the beach for 10 minutes, to taking heal from some shell monster, so that everybody
It did
can
have
heal each other.
soundtrack, though. That's the one thing about I have to say about 8.
Oh
8 did
yeah, I
have
love the sound. I love the soundtrack.
Spooey, your house is going to get broken into so fast after this goes up.
Like, look at all this random stuff that.
cool
is gonna
shit,
be
man.
difficult.
Alright.
Hey,
Is it working?
She's here!
That's working. I can hear
She's
you.
here.
Is it working?
Yes, it's
Yeah,
working.
We're very close to singing the Brady Bunch song, guys. Very close indeed.
Everything's like really quiet now.
Turn the.
Oh God, what did I do?
all of us?
You joined the
You
group
posted
whiteboard?
something?
Is there a way to get the audio through the headset and not the mic, the speakers?
You have to exit out of your browser and then edit your audio settings on your computer.
found out.
No,
She's gone!
Okay.
I feel like
Oh, she's back.
Yes,
I think.
84184 or 64184.
But yeah, Final Fantasy series on a whole, I used to really like it, but now I kind of realize just how flawed a lot of them are. Although I'd say everything from 1 to 7 is really good.
Did you guys ever play Mystic Quest?
Oh my God, that was my very first game ever.
Like the first video game you ever played?
That was the first video game I ever played.
Okay.
You guys ever play Final Fantasy Legends 2?
No.
No.
It's the
Was that
same
the
thing.
Game Boy one?
No.
Isn't it?
I think so.
No. Well, I think it was. I think isn't Final Fantasy Legends 2 what Mystic Quest was called in Japan?
I don't know.
I
gotta,
don't know.
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
I'll find that out.
Or maybe it was just Final Fantasy Legend.
It's just too bad I don't have
Kind
like
of,
internet in front of me where I can look this up.
Yeah, that would be convenient, but what are you gonna do?
Basically, it was a simplified version of 5. That's what Mystic Quest ended up being.
Yeah, Mystic Quest was Final Fantasy for Westerners who don't like hard video games.
Apparently it was Goddess of Destiny Saga 2, the Treasure Legend Goddess of Destiny
Jesus Christ, what?
from Sunsoft.
I don't know what that is. Or I know what Sunsoft is, but I don't know what that game is.
Devil's Castlevania Dracula X Rondo of Blood.
Okay.
They
I
Ultimate
actually
Edition.
I had to
Oh, yeah.
reboot my computer before this actually worked, so let me mention that.
Daironto Smash Brothers Exu.
Ooh, let's talk about Title Fight.
Title.
Yes, Title Fight.
Who are they gonna put in that game?
Well, let's think about it for a second.
Alright,
We got
let's try this again.
Can you hear
wait,
us?
Jack from Jack and Daxter,
Or we haven't
Sly
seen it?
Cooper, Ratchet, Nathan Drake, Nathan Hale, a lot of Cole McGrath. That's 6. Crash. They don't have licensing for Crash and Spyro. I guess they could like pay Activision for.
Okay,
You
what
mean
is this we're talking about?
Is it Universal that has it?
I thought it was Activision that had both of them.
I thought it was Vivendi Universal.
Well, Vivendi isn't a thing anymore, is it?
As far as I know, it is.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I think Activision has Crash. Maybe Vivendi has Spyro.
Yeah, Vivendi's still around.
Where is...
I know that Activision has Crash Bandicoot.
Yes, they do have it now, apparently.
See, I told you.
Is Spyro still property of Insomniac?
No.
Okay. Because I actually did not follow that franchise after the third game on the PS1, so I don't know what it's been doing since then.
Well, let's think. They're going to have
Okay, that's a little bit better.
Sweet Tooth from Twisted Metal, but who really cares about that? I'm biased. I hate the Twisted Metal games. I hate David Jaffe.
But you know what I really liked was the Vigilante 8 series on the PS1. Like, everyone was playing Twisted Metal, I thought Vigilante 8 was a lot more fun.
Oh! Spike from Ape Escape.
Ape Escape.
Was what it was when I was.
What are we talking about, guys?
Sony
Characters
Sony
that'll be in the
fighting
new
game.
title fight. It's like Super
Oh.
Smash Brothers of Sony.
Sony
Oh,
Smash Brothers.
that?
Mhm.
Nathan Drake, definitely.
Oh yeah, Nathan Drake. I already named him. Who else?
Rabbit or
Um,
Robert, the rabbit from Jumping
That
Flash.
would be awesome. Maybe like as an unlockable character or something. That would be amazing.
Will
So
they have
based on the character
Lando?
list, it's going to be sort of a tongue-in-cheek, silly kind of fighting game in the same vein as Smash Brothers.
Perhaps.
Okay,
Well,
so
let me
so characters like Kratos probably aren't going to be in there then.
No. I think they're
Oh,
going to put all of
definitely.
them in there, but I think they're going to kind of cartoonize it for
Phil Hartman's character Blasto.
I don't know. His character is like way too perennially angry.
You get
to
on
be
the same-
cartoonized.
I can't.
That's not
Marvel-
entirely true. If you can put Snake in Super Smash Brothers.
See, Snake is kind of goofy, and that whole series is a bit funny. Kratos
Well,
is just like yelling at everyone and decapitating people 24/7. Like that's all
Wasn't
he
he in
does.
Mortal Kombat?
You can put him in a fighter and it would look. I think it would work fine.
Yeah, wasn't he in
honestly.
Mortal Kombat though? Or am I thinking of something else?
Yeah.
Yeah, it must be the mic.
Well, let me think. Who else? Who was that one I was trying to think of? I'm sure Title Fight won't come out till after Starhawk, so that main character from Starhawk, I don't know his name.
Whoever the guy is.
He'd probably be
Will
there.
they have one of the ninjas from Three Ninjas Kick Back the game?
I don't know what that is. Are you just naming off Sony-owned franchises? Oh,
Remember,
what's his
once
face
again,
from
drawing
Medieval?
his encyclopedic knowledge of random shit.
What's the guy's name from Medieval? Sir.
Sir Fortescue or something like
Yeah,
that?
Sir Fortescue. That's it.
Right, yeah. That game was kick-ass. I love
Yeah,
it.
it was. And I know they still own that. They'll probably have to do one of the characters from Siphon Filter or something.
Is that
When you
Nathan
really
or
think about it, Sony does have a lot of franchises. They're just not, as popular anymore.
You know what franchise I miss? Fucking Monster Rancher.
That was I had Monster Rancher on the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. It was an awful game.
Oh,
No!
What?
apparently someone
The
got
Kit
angry
Kat
or
killed
something.
Monster Rancher.
Why you gotta bug people about eating on webcam?
She's making me hungry.
People gotta eat, man. Why you gotta do that?
Let's think. What other? I can't think of really any other series.
want
that
to
Sony
tell you about-
owns.
Zelda.
Dragons from what the fuck? Lair.
Lair.
Will Tiny Tank from Tiny Tank Up Your Arsenal be in it?
I hope so because I love that game.
Remember the intro for that? And he was like swearing and stuff?
Yes, it
What
was
about Sly Cooper?
great. Yeah, I already said Sly Cooper.
Okay, I must have missed that.
We'd probably have all the characters' respective, like sidekicks too, like Daxter, Clank, and I don't know, either Murray or Bentley.
See, I told you, Spooey. I told you.
Let's see who else.
Spooey, whatever happened to Malice? Or Malwise, or whoever.
Hopefully,
Yeah, it's Malice, right? I think he's on AIM, actually, right now.
Oh, get
No,
him
he's
on
not,
here.
but he was earlier.
Get him on here. And get him on the boards, too, after this.
wait, is this the same Malice that was at G4?
Yeah,
for a
Malice.
while?
And he was S&M
Malice.
on our
Malice,
forum.
yes.
Guess
Hey,
who's
look,
back?
she's back.
Back again.
He was-
Yes, I'm not dead. Not yet, at least.
Are you undead?
Don't worry, it'll happen eventually.
Plans have not yet succeeded.
I thought you were undead.
That'd be cool. But no.
What
Yes,
if
you
you're? What if you have
killing
Las
the undead,
Plagas?
right?
Do what? What?
What?
What? What?
You
What?
said something, but I
He asked
didn't.
about Plagas. Las Plagas.
Oh. No.
There it is,
They'd-
Serena. Just
They'd
click back.
probably have like characters that were on Sony exclusive games that aren't actually owned by Sony. You know, I'm sure you could like license them out.
Farm them out.
Sony did the Chuck Rock series.
I don't know what that is.
They did the video game for Last Action Hero.
That movie was awful.
You know what was a really good game? Sky Blazer. Anybody remember that?
No.
Super Nintendo.
What is that? Commando?
We could have Cloud in Title Fight.
Would that be a big
Commando
deal
is like
though?
the most ridiculously testosterone-fueled movie of all time.
Did she just drop out again?
Yeah, she did.
Oh jeez.
She keeps
Spooie.
eating and leaving.
Apparently, there's something about
was-
webcams and.
I am racking my brain trying to think of characters that would be in Title Fight.
Nobody
I'm
in
gonna let you guys know.
Just don't care.
Characters from Ratchet and Clank or Jack and Daxter.
Yeah, those are kind of
Well,
given.
Keep in mind they might go the same route. They might go the same route with it that like the Capcom versus Marvel did, and keep the number of characters down and just
re-release
go
it.
crazy with what the characters can do.
They'll give you 4 characters, and then you'll buy every other character for $10.
Yeah, yeah.
See, I would much rather they just kind of go crazy and throw in a whole bunch of
Hi
like
again.
popular,
Are you
obscure,
disconnecting
whatever.
on us?
I'm not going to touch
purpose.
anything.
Apparently, you're like reaching for the sky. So
I'm not going to touch anything. It always dies whenever I do anything, so
Here's the
I'm
story
just going to sit here.
sit on your hands.
of a man named
I
I want to
am.
make sure your screen's
who was bringing up 3 very lovely girls.
No, you have to look up and like over at each other, like.
Why
Why
did
am I-
someone not make a parody song for us all to sing? Not like I'm going to sing.
Webcam is kind of
Here's
strange.
the story of a lovely form.
Yeah, someone needs to write the Brady Bunch version.
We do need a
Or our
video
version.
intro.
Have any users at all?
Something about how they're
I don't
only
think we would even have enough to fill all the roles of the Brady Bunch.
They're always online, but never posting.
That's not a joke, I think. I think that's actually a...
The site went
Well,
down
I'm-
7 times in the fall.
Is the truth of the statement.
But I'm trying to help get us out there. Like, I've got a reference
Oh,
in
yeah,
my
how did that-
official blog thingy-majig now.
How did that
Oh,
go?
Andrex, maybe you can answer this question. How come for a while, every time I went and looked at the forums, it said there were like 30 people viewing it? Because I know there's no way in hell we have 30 people.
We have
Every
bots.
blog.
We
Yeah.
have Chinese bots.
What
We're
was
popular
going on
Am I
with the
sitting on a
bot.
penny?
2 months ago, it said we had 38 guest visitors and like
Yeah,
one
like,
post. Was the one
There aren't
user.
38 registered users. I mean, what's...
Well, yeah, look where it says like most users ever online.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a mystery.
That was a long time ago.
It's a mystery.
Yep.
Asrugan's picture is frozen.
No, he's just really good at staying still.
He's
I don't know if he realizes this, but he's gonna die if he can't breathe.
I think he's already dead 'cause he's not replying either.
He's breathing through his
You are
nose.
already
That was
dead.
incredibly funny.
Maybe
joke.
his kids killed him.
Must be dead.
You know, they were trying to earlier, so they may have...
Yeah, I
succeeded.
know. Yeah.
So, Steph,
I
Hey,
could look
what's
really
up,
stupid on camera if you want.
Vulcan Spooey over there.
I already made it rain. You missed it.
Damn it!
yeah, he peed
That's
on
all
us.
good
Let me do it
shit.
again. Let's do it again. Let's do it again. Ready? Ready?
Yeah. Oh shit, dog!
Yeah. Because I've been I keep writing things in the notepad, but then I don't.
We already know Ryan loves dick.
Shut up! No, I don't.
Oh god, I can't reach.
Hey man, it was written down somewhere.
I already wrote down die at 12:01. See, but the thing is, I must not have been specific. So you're gonna die at 12:01 in the afternoon.
Maybe Japanese
You forgot to
time
add AM or PM?
something.
You didn't say what
Yeah.
time zone. That's the problem.
Yeah.
No,
That's
we're both
true.
in the same time zone, so...
We are, but not our viewers. They can be in, like, all different times.
What viewers? Everyone who's watching this is right here, right now.
Right.
No, we got,
There's actually another random guest now. So
Oh, shit.
You know what's really
could-
funny?
this is
We did
weird.
a video chat, but
oh,
we did
okay,
the entire video chat with, like stickies that we hand wrote and put up against the...
No, that would not
so
be.
we would have to like draw pictures of ourselves and just put them in front of the webcams.
Wait,
Yeah.
or we can do this. Hold on, hold on. We could do this.
Yeah, but see, I can't participate.
We could see Ryan's
It's missing.
fabulous
All my
hair.
stuff's over there, and I'm here.
Well, it's
That
what
is
you love,
excessively
dude,
mature.
so, you know.
What's going on there?
Get out of here, dog.
Okay,
This
now
is
we
my
have.
rain. I make
Whoa.
it rain with this rain.
Check it out. He's got like a clone of himself.
What?
I'm gonna get a screenshot of this.
Cloning, man. It happened.
Oh, shit.
Internets are colliding.
My camera's been on this whole time. You believe that? I never turned it off.
I believe that.
Maybe you should.
Maybe you should get one of those cameras that doesn't use a power button or anything.
Maybe you should get one of those offline cameras.
Like I have one of those cameras where you have to manually advance the film reel when you take a new picture.
Right, yeah.
Mine doesn't use film because I live in like the last 20 years. So
I have awful handwriting.
Someone's playing
That's
her
some
DS.
It's okay, I do too.
They actually need to
Feel
stop
better.
teaching us cursive and teach us how to type at a younger age.
My cursive is awful. I basically kind of connect every word together, so it's this one great big squiggly of cursive words all in.
I remember
Right.
back in the 2nd grade, my teacher said, you better learn cursive because it's the only thing you're ever going to use the rest of your life.
And I
As
don't
soon-
use it.
As soon as I got to high school, my teachers were like, no, you write in cursive, I'm going to fail you because I'm not going to read your fucking handwriting.
Pretty much,
Middle
it was
school
like
sucked.
if I see something that is not legible print,
Oh,
you're getting
God.
an F. And then it became, if this is not typed, I am not grading it.
Yeah.
Yep,
you're touching things again, Kumi.
Steph, what,
Yeah,
what
I'm-
do you want?
I've got
Oh.
3DS.
As long as it's not
Just
connected
wait,
to the
poor
computer.
kids like 30 years from now are gonna be like, if you didn't record this on a mind disc, I'm not grading it.
And we'll say, what the shit?
What
You
game
mean
are you
a
playing?
mind cloud?
Steph, what
Mind
game are
cloud.
you
Yeah,
Oh.
God, if you didn't send it, if you didn't telepathically
Sure.
send it to me using your Sony brand Mind Band, you
I don't think it's
get
going to work on
So in the
camera.
future, we're just gonna have like implants in our skulls so that we can send out signals.
No,
from our-
it's gonna be a band you put on. It's gonna be like a thing, like almost like a halo you put over your head, and you can be like talk to animals like Aquaman.
Everyone's just going to get a tablet. Like books don't even exist anymore. It's just going to be all like Kindles and
It's
iPad
gonna be
shit.
like those Omni tool things from Mass Effect. where
Fuck
you
it.
just have this
I'm not
holographic
playing this.
thing on your arm.
What are you playing?
If you like a Swiss.
It's called The Hidden. It's an augmented reality horror game on the 3DS. It's a very interesting concept, but it actually requires you to move around, which I'm not going to do.
That's gay. Why would you do? Why would anybody do that? Is this game
Here-
for Americans, or
here's-
was it made in Japan? Was it made in Japan?
I think so. But here's the catch. The different areas that you go to are based on different rooms, and you actually physically have to be in a different room. Like it knows if you try to do the same room, and it won't continue unless you go into another room. So you
What if
have
don't
to
have
know.
any rooms.
You're fucked, dude. You're fucked.
Like in a 2-bedroom apartment or in a 1-bedroom apartment with like a bathroom, or rather a kitchen with a toilet in it.
So, are you going to review that game, Steph? Because I want
I have to.
a pronto.
I just need to play it.
report
I just haven't felt like doing it because it requires to actually do something.
ASAP.
I just imagine this game, like where you're in your kitchen with a toilet in it, and there's like a monster hiding behind your toilet, your kitchen toilet.
I love Toilet Monster.
I'm
That's
glad-
my
It's a really interesting concept, and it's not terribly bad, but it's more movement than really should be there because you're gonna look like a fucking idiot if you're playing this in public. Because you're spinning around and walking through a room.
You're in the most giant room of them all.
So basically,
You're like-
you look like Spooie all the time.
based on the the 1987 Kyle MacLachlan, Michael and Yuri horror film classic?
What?
Sure.
Sure, why not?
We got 2 versions of Frozen Guy now.
Thumbs up. The hidden-
If you're homeless, don't play this game.
So he just is really good at staying still.
Playing video games should be your number one priority.
Well, you're homeless because you play so many video games.
You would think that, but you'd be surprised how many people we get coming in to the store I work at who are like, I don't know if I should play my Call of Duty, so I'm gonna buy
That
Call of
doesn't make any
Duty.
sense. Like, you can't play Call of Duty if you don't have electricity.
And then they come back to return it to get the money back, so electricity's been turned off. But oh hey, guess what? You opened it a week ago.
This gives me faith in humanity.
Yes. Wait, I got an idea. Speaking of Call of Duty, let's talk.
I told her that game would kick her out in 5 minutes, and she didn't listen to me.
Spooey, stop
Let's talk
internet
about how
magic
stupid.
and casting stuff out of the
Let's talk about how stupid the new Call of Duty 3 ad campaign is.
I haven't seen
Okay,
it.
but that would require me having seen one of these advertisements, which I have not.
It's got the fat guy from Get Him to the Greek.
Oh,
Jonah Hill. Yeah. Him and some action movie guy. I don't know.
I guess that
Oh, no,
Alan
I think
Gregory.
it's him and the. Is it him and the dude from Avatar?
Alan Gregory? That show sucks.
Wait, what dude from Avatar?
The young one, the main character.
Oh,
Jake Scully?
Sam Worthington.
Yeah, Sam.
I think that
Worthington.
might be him.
That's his name. Yeah.
He was
I don't know. It might
also
not be him.
in
I don't know. I don't
Terminator
really care.
Salvation.
But it's a very stupid ad campaign. That, like, it makes me cringe every time it comes on.
I have not played Modern Warfare 3. Has anyone here played it yet?
Nope. Don't.
Yeah.
No, nor do I plan to.
I haven't played Modern Warfare 2, to be honest.
I
Because I
played
think
the
it's
campaign.
Call of
It
Duty
was
game I played
fun,
World at War.
but I didn't buy it.
Last Call of Duty game I played was Modern Warfare 1.
Yep.
I played
That's the only one.
demo for
I played Zombies on World at War. I don't know if that counts.
I played through Modern Warfare 2 and World at War, and I liked World at War more than like any of the Modern Warfares.
That's because you're weird.
I always wanted
That's cool.
the overhead
All
one,
I've
and
been
but
playing recently is the Skyrim. That's it. It
I want
sucks up all
Skyrim.
my time.
I want
should
Skyrim,
want It's a good
and
game.
I want Infamous 2. Those 2 games are the ones I'm, wanting.
You know,
Infamous 2's been out forever, but I don't have any money because I don't have a job, and I can't get a job,
Why don't you have a job? Get one, yo.
because there's no jobs around here.
Yeah, I know. I said the same thing. But after 4 months of being unemployed, which
What
is
the fuck
awesome.
you doing, Spooey?
Oh,
I've
you
been,
didn't see
I've
him
been
earlier.
unemployed 19 years. So don't you even
Really
go there.
unemployed for- Actually, never
I
mind.
got my certificate for my 5th year anniversary.
For what?
What the fuck you guys doing with your life? Yeah, they sent me a certificate and a
What are
flash
you doing with
drive.
your life? I've been working at GameStop for 5 years.
We
It's
should all
right
be-
there on my wall, bitches. And
Yeah.
I got a customer service pen.
I got a pin too for like when I worked 5 years at my grocery store.
You know that you stole money from?
That was good for 3 days on any single product I bought. So.
I used
What
to
was
work
the
at
coupon?
grocery store.
What did the coupon give you?
It was like 10% off of like one single purchase at the store, and it had like a 3-day expiration date.
You should have purchased the store.
Oh, Steph.
Only
Although
they
I
weren't.
suppose you have to pay for 90% of it still, so
Steph,
never mind.
I wanted to thank you, since you're CEO of GameStop, for bringing over Xenoblade in partnership with
You're
Nintendo.
welcome. That was all my doing.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, guys, we should probably do this.
I know.
I mean, people want it.
I know.
And I would like to thank you on behalf of Project G Forum, even though I'm not the leader, but Andrex doesn't talk. Shut up, Andrex. For bringing all of your Wandering Zombie over to our.
Do you even?
I'm making fun of your forum.
Do you even
You mean my forum that I gave up on like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Wait, I think I
Wasn't that a
remember
blog,
you
though?
advertising that on G4. Did
It
you?
was a very poorly executed burn. And it
Yeah.
really burn.
Yeah,
and
you
I
know,
really kind of feel
sometimes-
weird now.
a burn just falls flat on its face.
Listen, I'm just gonna hold this up now.
And the appropriate thing to do is to try and play it off like nothing happened.
Gcast 25.
Because anytime a woman actually talks to me and acknowledges I'm in the same room, it's always a plus for me. So it works out alright.
You're in the same internet room.
That was inspiring.
I do
So,
try.
Spooey, what you doing when you get done with this?
Cosplay riding.
Chat room. Chat room.
He's gonna go not open more video games.
He's gonna
Let's
go
just
to the
say
bathroom.
This is only the first live chat I will be in tonight.
Now, whether or not there are going to be other ones,
My arm's getting tired.
That's what she said, or something.
Oh! So did we already, like, do the thing where we show off each other's rooms and shit?
We didn't show off anything. I'm in my living room, for Christ's
my
sake.
room is basically a dark cave at the moment, so... And I have no webcam.
Show us your
Mine
room,
was dark at
Spooey.
first, but then turned the lamp on.
Show us your room, staff.
I would have to dig my laptop out because that has a built-in webcam, but my PC does not have one.
I'm using a vision cam from a 360.
That's handy.
Oh,
I don't know why I have it. I don't know why I have a vision cam, but I have a vision cam.
Is that...
I have one
Yeah,
too.
so... Wait, do you have like a Kinect too?
No.
Okay, because that's just like a
There's
lot of
already a
stuff going
Connect
on.
2?
Yes.
Connect
Yeah,
2?
where were you?
No, wait. Is Connect 2 the sequel to Connect or the prequel to Connect 4?
It's 3 in a row. Go for one more. Something. Forget
You know,
it.
I am actually not even remotely surprised if you started singing in the song
Connect-
for that
Connect to-
commercial.
Connect 4.
Do you remember that commercial?
I
No.
See, the thing is, the Connect 2 is the game where you win if 2 red pieces or 2 black pieces.
Go
So
for
whoever
it.
goes first wins.
I think it goes.
No, go to it.
3 in a row. Go for one more. Watch for the stop. Forget it. Your stop. Go for the glory. Go for one more. Go for it. I win. Connect 4. Go for it. You lose.
You remember that whole commercial?
I don't know whether I should be impressed or horrified.
You should do TV jingles.
I agree. That'd be
I
a
have Miss
good use
Cleo.
of your
I
talent.
played that Miss Cleo commercial for like an hour now that I have on
Or
my
be
hard
in porn. Either way.
Wait, did you say Miss Cleo?
Yeah, we were talking earlier about Miss Cleo, and I went through like 2 different hard drives to find the commercial that I said that I had on my hard drive. And it's just been standing here in standby all this time. I'm waiting to play it, but you guys probably can't hear it all that good.
No.
All right,
It's
my
playing
sweet
right
pea.
now.
This is Miss Cleo. How are you, Are you a Libra, darling?
Let me see if I don't know if you guys can hear.
Oh, is that psychic lady from like the 90s?
Yeah.
Hear that infomercial?
We were talking about her
Wait, what?
earlier.
Yeah, Miss Cleo
Yeah.
is the psychic who had the commercials.
She taught me the meaning of life.
There is
Really?
actually like a palm reading psychic type place right
She
up
taught me the meaning of life. And the meaning of life is, get this, money. Money is the meaning of life.
Oh my god.
It's
I
true.
can tell you exactly what the meaning of life is.
G-form.
No, you can't.
The meaning of life
What?
is experience.
What?
I
Experience.
know that because I learned it from the film.
Oh, I play Final Fantasy all the time. I have so much experience.
Such
Not
a bad
even-
joke.
Not 42.
Funny.
Oh, okay. You guys remember the Philips CDI infomercial from like 1994? Anybody?
No.
Nope.
I was like 5.
In 1994, I was...
I didn't pay attention to commercials back then, except for the Sears commercial and Crossfire.
What about Hungry Hippos?
I knew the game.
They're in an
Not the
race.
commercial.
Oh, guys, I gotta. Oh, somebody's got the whole thing on YouTube.
Hey, no there, I think there's something on your face.
It's been on for 4 years. I can't believe that.
What's
was that? I'm sorry?
What?
The Philips CDI infomercial from like 1994 has been on YouTube for like 4 years, and I never knew that.
Ryan,
That is the best.
I saw it was
Like when you
in the
said
middle
you
of the
were
night.
into
I
two
actually
hard
sat
drives
and
or
watched the whole darn thing one night.
Miss Cleo thing, I was like, you could just type in Miss Cleo on YouTube and find it.
Did Asrugan just come back?
But it's not authentic.
Apparently.
Compressed.
No, that's the scary thing. I saw.
Ryan, are you transforming into some Silent Hill type monster with post-its instead of eyes.
I gotta say, Silent Hill would be significantly less scary if it was all a bunch of kids with post-it notes on their face.
God dang it, this one would not want to stay!
Ryan, have I ever told you that you look like this guy I know? It's really creepy. And Andrex, you look like another guy I know, which is also creepy.
Yeah, you told me. You sent me a picture of
Is
him.
his name Ryan?
Yeah. No, the guy looks like you, Ryan. His name's Nick, and the guy looks like you, Andrex. His name is Joe.
Yeah, you
He
sent me
even sounds a
picture.
little bit like you, which is even more
That is-
creepy.
Yeah, I remember looking at that picture
Yeah.
and being like, what?
Wait, which one? Who sounds like who? Somebody sounds like me or somebody sounds like Andrex?
Start pointing to people.
Sounds like Andrex. It's like his twin
Oh.
in the South. And I think he knew someone from Connecticut, or like his family was from Connecticut. It was really weird.
Maybe we're like twins lost at birth or something. That'd be weird.
Maybe.
Maybe I've been cloned, like Wesker.
The very rare, almost identical.
I'll say this much. He's like you if you talked. He talks a lot.
I just have one question for all of you.
Is this guy Nick?
Alright,
Is this guy Nick like me if I didn't talk?
so...
No,
what
you
is-
guys
what
are pretty
is
much the same.
Okay, that... Okay.
No, that's not my card.
Oh,
okay,
okay, cool.
Alright, hold on a second.
Man, he's shooting it down before it could even get out started.
What?
That doesn't sound right.
See, here's the thing.
Do me
sleight
a
of
favor.
hand
Tell
only
him
works
I'll
when
hunt
you
him
can see your
down for
hand.
stealing my face.
I'm just saying.
Okay.
There we go.
I don't talk to him much, because he's back home in St. Louis, but okay.
It's your card.
Yes!
Sweet!
Well,
Alright.
if he steals my face again, shit's gonna go down.
Spooey, I told you, sleight of hand only works when we can see your hand.
My internet, are you gonna break?
That's it.
Don't worry, you still got like 49 tries or something to get it right, so keep on going.
I thought the second card was right, right? You know what you said?
Oh my god!
That was my card.
Guys,
Can I do like...
we are officially a very long movie.
I don't know why I did that, because now there's cards all over the place.
Yeah!
But
Now you get to play 52 card pickup. Or however many cards you drop.
Alright, I'm
I have-
saying we have 14 minutes left, or 13. Just saying.
what time is it right now?
We are
It's
at
10,
2
11
hours
PM
and
Pacific.
17
Andrex.
minutes.
Andrex likes Pokemon. Wait,
You come out with...
Andrex, you like Soul Silver a lot, so I'm gonna call you Michael Bayleaf.
I don't like bay leaf though. It's a bad starter.
Do you guys put bay leaves in broth when you make like turkey broth and chicken broth and stuff?
I
No.
don't recall the last time I made
I'm too poor for that.
Because I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. So I kind of...
You're too poor to have
I'll
a
make sure I got it.
3DS.
Yeah, me and my
What?
tiny one-bedroom
But some of
apartment.
that
You guys
stuff
know
left over
that,
from Thanksgiving.
There's a 24-pack.
I ate all
You guys know that if you find the
One of
truck
things
in
you do is
Pokemon
you take
Yellow,
the carcass and you
you can get Mew.
water it.
That is
Whoa,
fake.
webcam's working. Since when?
You
Well,
cook
since
it down and it turns into a broth. You use that broth.
But you guys know that if you get... Do you guys know if you get 100 tissues in Final Fantasy VII, you can bring Eris back to life?
Isn't it Aerith?
Wow.
People
It's a
cry.
hidden cheat code, isn't it?
She's under the truck! She was under the truck the whole time!
In Pokemon Yellow.
He and you are one and the same.
What?
She and you are one and the same.
Is this
Oh, you said his name was Nick.
Wait, what? I
said
was
his name was
responding to the
Nick.
Eris thing. Yeah. The guy looks like you, his name's Nick. But I was responding to the Eris thing.
Okay, so who's Shane?
What?
Ooh, what?
I misheard what you said!
Yeah, I think you're talking about something that was never mentioned, or I don't know.
Yeah.
Because I never...
I think you might have like said something that you were thinking something, and then you made a comment on it to me, but you didn't actually say the first thing out loud, so I was kind of lost and didn't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
Does that make any sense?
New topic.
You know,
Yeah.
Spooey, I think
You
you need
stop
to
it.
just, like, start up a live stream where you just hold random shit in front of your camera for like 5 hours.
Okay, I'm gonna do it. Wait.
It's
It's
ran-
broken. Hold on.
I'm sure you could do it successfully without any repeats of any items for like 3 weeks without even moving. apparently, because you just seem to have everything in the world next to you.
Maybe he has a conveyor belt, or maybe, just maybe, he has a little man who lives in his house who hands him stuff.
Or maybe he has a
That'd be pretty cool.
Like a midget, yeah. Be amazing.
See, they're translucent people. That's the trick.
Translucent midget. Oh no, you're kind of reaching down and out of the screen. You're like, oh, thank you, Mr. Midget, or whatever his name is. I'm just gonna assume he's named Mr. Midget.
Yes. Cedric, please fetch me the next item.
Cedric Midget.
Cedric Van...
Cedric Von Midget.
So you realize this. Stewie has this stuff piled all around.
I got tons of crap all over here, actually.
I can beat all of you.
We
Ever
gathered
since my
that.
brother moved back
No,
to
you
the house
can't.
like 2 weeks ago, there's just crap all over the place.
Listen, don't even try. You cannot beat Spooie.
You can't.
In rolls.
You want to bet? You want to bet?
I really do want
Let me see if I can reach it.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
I'm
Let me
not
see if I can reach it.
anything, but
That's
I'm
what he
Oh, I can reach it. Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, now watch the...
I beat all of you.
Crash.
I got a gun.
Is that the Lancer thing from... Yeah, I was at a LAN party.
Yeah.
Some guy had one of those.
Yeah.
That's
It was like
actually
$80. I had to get it.
Like, he didn't have
What?
Gears of War 3, but he had the Lancer. I have no idea why the fuck you would buy the Lancer instead of the game, but...
I think
That's
the
what he did.
chainsaw gun.
I don't have the game.
I have the complete series of
what-
Captain N Game Master.
How come you would buy...
Oh shit.
That just... I don't know, that seems weird. Especially because he was like, yeah, I want to play the game, but I don't have it. I bought
I
this
would have
one
had you beat
instead."
years
See, that's the
years
thing.
ago.
I don't want to play the game. I played the beta. I was disappointed with it, but I mean, it was an $80 gun. I couldn't pass that up.
There are real guns for $80 that you
Yeah.
can kill things with.
But then I gotta go and I gotta do a test. And I gotta get a
For 20
license.
Wait, you have to get a... Where do you live? And what... Like, what state?
Don't you? In South Carolina.
No, you just have to go and register your gun, and that's it. In California, anyway.
But that requires going out. That's the point. I don't want to go out.
You have a...
Such a
Arnold
shut-in.
Schwarzenegger changed those laws to make it easier to get guns to kill Terminators with.
Terminator.
I mean... Is that the issue, crippling fear of human beings?
No, it's the issue crippling if you're Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, but he's my governor, like...
Not for long.
Plus, he's not anymore, which is kind of sad, but kind of good, because he sucked. But kind of less awesome, because the Terminator is no longer my governor.
He's the governor of California.
I mean, he came around here,
See,
and, you know,
what
some-
other stuff do I have laying around here?
But see, the thing is, you already lost because you had to get
Well,
up
I
to
used
find
to-
something. Spooie actually has not moved, and he's just
Yeah.
pulled out like a million
It's true.
things.
Who's the guy who changed the Happy Meal?
I used to have Sandy from
What does he say? What do you...
Christopher Lambert and Sean Connery.
What?
Spoo, what did you say? Who's the guy who changed what?
They changed They changed the law that said that you couldn't give away Happy Meal toys in meals. So now they...
What?
How are you going to regulate that?
When you said who's the guy who made the law that changed the Happy Meal, and that's what I thought you said, but I was like, wait, no, there's no way he
Like,
said
outer
that.
space, like tracking Happy Meal toys, making sure they stay in the same
guy in
house.
California who he found out that his daughter had a whole bunch of Happy Meal toys in her dresser, and then he said, my daughter's eating way too much stuff at McDonald's, and she's addicted to the toys, not the food. So they said that instead of just saying, I'm not going to bring my daughter there anymore, he decided that he wanted to make every person in the country not be able to get free toys with their food. So
Fuck
they tried
that
to
guy.
make...
Yeah.
They made this
Kill a
law that
dragon.
any food
No,
that
I
had over
don't.
calories you could not include a toy with. To get McDonald's to stop giving out Happy Meal toys. So McDonald's basically went around that by basically now, instead of giving it away, they charge people 10 cents for the toy.
So the Happy Meal prices went up 10 cents, or they dropped 10 cents to make up the difference?
Well, you can get the Happy Meal without the toy, or you get the Happy Meal with the toy for 10 additional cents. So basically,
that
the guy basically said, you're too dumb to make a decision of what you can eat yourself, and we're going to let companies charge you more money now. So
That's funny.
That sounds really cool. It would.
I hope that guy drowns in a sea of Happy Meal toys.
You know, if Happy Meal toys were made of liquid, that would be possible.
Like
Well, you could still, like... Shut up, man. Quit stealing my... You're like...
You get the little green guys from the store.
You could dream and you crush it in front of me.
You could melt them down, maybe, and make it into, like, this plasticky goop. And then drown
I'm just
someone.
gonna chill with Nolan North.
It'd probably burn to death first.
Oh,
And then it would harden.
Kumi, you
And
don't
then you would have someone
strike
trapped
me as an
inside,
uncharted
like, a
type
block
of
plastic.
person.
Happy
What?
Meal toy
What?
used harden. His defense
go.
went up.
Fuck you, Spooey.
Adam's a pretty cool guy.
Fuck you. It's my goal to meet the Cess. I hope they go to PAX, because I'm going to PAX, and I'm going to track Adam Sessler down.
What
I
the
have-
blueberry...
And then I'm going to...
So
Where is PAX held at?
I want him to autograph my book.
If I was that stupid, I would... or if I ever said something that stupid, I would shave my ass and kill myself.
Ryan,
well, you do have
your
that.
shirt
Why
is
bother
so
to
stupid.
shave it first? I mean,
I never got that either. I was like, why would you shave your... I'm not going to question it. It's the cess.
Because it's the Cess.
his mom told him that he was clean underwear, right?
Actually,
so
no.
if you get hit by a car, you would have clean underwear, right?
What? Say that again?
That's...
What?
About shit in your pants, I think.
Yeah.
Say no to crap in your pants.
Oh, God!
Ryan, say
You
that.
caught me off guard there. You caught me off guard. That's unfair. You can't... Everybody remembers Vader, right?
Yeah.
It was Yusuke or... Hold on, let me... Wait. How did he do it?
It's like,
I don't remember how he did it. I don't remember. He's like... I don't know. Yeah. Say no to crapping
Oh
your
god,
pants.
you reminded me of a classically terrible poster. Wow.
Ah, jeez. And he used to make these like really, really awful Photoshop things. Where
Right.
they're like, he made these things and be like, is this cool? Guys, do you think this is funny? And it just never was good, never was cool,
Wait a
never was
sec.
funny.
there's an Urban Dictionary page for the G4 off-topic forum.
Does
Yeah, I
it have
posted a lot in
say
that
no to
forum
crapping your
for a
pants?
number of
Yes,
years.
that's what I looked it up as.
Oh, nice.
You know what's scary? I went a couple years ago to look up the X-Play Wikipedia entry, and the sad thing is I recognized so many errors on that page from just
That
watching.
never happened. That info is wrong. Nope.
It's like I should have just written this myself because it's like I know what the correct thing is.
You're
Even
probably the expert on the X-Player X-Play. I can't make a pun. Shut up.
The X-Splitter.
You know, you and I, Spooie, have had accounts for a stupidly long amount of time at that forum. Like, I've had my account since 2000. I was like 14 when I made my account.
I was...
Yeah, I was like 14 too.
And now I'm
Yeah, me too.
Tell you
getting
some
close to
nights that I
25.
registered at G4.
I was like 14 or 15.
I was 14. Good time.
I was
That
like
was
younger.
just prior to the whole merger business.
That was back when people liked me.
People still
Yeah, no one
like
likes you now.
To actually,
Yeah.
You're
I
back
had
in the
Tech
kitchen.
TV.
Remember when everybody at G4, like when the boards merged, and everybody who had like a duplicate name, like all the G4 people became like G4, whatever the name was, and they were all
Yep.
complaining that, why do we get the G4 names and they don't get the G4 names?
Forum drama. Gotta love it.
you know, that was a very dramatic period in the history of G4.
Because Tech TV's cooler, I guess.
Yeah. You know, I used to have Tech TV a long time ago, but then
I
our
love
cable
Tech
plan
TV.
changed,
I miss that.
and we didn't.
I miss Tech TV so much. You're making me sad.
Like, I remember I used to watch Extended Play back when Adam Sessler was hosting it with Kate Batello.
Yes.
And then also, I think Future Fighting Machines and then the Screensavers. Like, there were shows that I liked to watch, and I was really sad when our plan changed and we didn't get it anymore.
Did you have Call for Help?
Yeah.
I miss Icons.
Did you have Silicon Spin?
Leo Laporte. Yeah, that whole...
December 3rd, 2003 is the day that I registered at the X-Play forums.
Jeez.
I registered on like September 22nd, 2002 or something like that.
Let me go see.
I think I was
I know
May
this because
2006.
I'm not actually looking at the join date. I'm looking at the date that the Wrath of Khan episode aired because I went to register after watching that episode. And I swear to you, no less than 4 people on the show thanked me for going to the forums to create an account to thank them. That was
funny.
That was back at Tech TV, because back at Tech TV, like, all the people from the shows used to go to the forums and talk, and then when it went to G4, it was like, you know, it was, I mean, Tech TV's forums were just like a perfect place of happiness and, you know, magical unicorns, just like, flocking among,
Do you know how I ended up on G4 forums?
No one cares.
See, I didn't join the forums until a few weeks after I was posting on the X-Play thing where they'd have, like, you'd answer a question and they'd put your name on TV. You know, your answer on TV. Yeah, I was feedback, and I was like, oh my god, I'm on TV! It's the coolest thing in the world! And, you know, then I was like, oh wait, there's forums here. And then I was like, I don't care, I don't want to be on TV anymore.
Adam, your shirt are so ugly, it make my penis fall off.
What are you talking about?
Where did this come from?
Somebody here's got to remember that, right?
What?
Wait, okay, say it again.
Very early Tech TV viewer mail. Somebody wrote in, Adam, your shirt are so ugly, it makes my penis fall off and walk through the door.
And then they had that XCon episode and someone had that on the sign.
They had the sign for it. And that's the episode that made me register to post at their forums.
Oh,
You know,
really?
it all worked
You know
out.
what? You know what I always thought was really funny? Is I remember one of the viewer mails that they read, they were talking about the forums, like how you should join, and Adam's sister was like, oh, maybe you'll meet someone special, but you probably shouldn't do that because they're fucking crazy. The 2 guys that I've dated, I met on the fucking X-Play forums.
And they did turn out to be crazy, didn't they?
Yes.
Where are they now?
So,
Were they like axe murderer crazy, or like, I can't, like, that kind of crazy?
you guys know them.
Oh, yes, we do. But did either of them turn out to be axe murderers, is what I'm asking.
I'm not dead yet, so no.
I don't think she would be here to answer that question.
I didn't say that you don't kill the...
Yeah, you'd be the
Shut up.
first one off the list.
Seriously, all of you need to shut up.
When it came to registering, I think I actually made my G4 account after watching an episode of Filter. Because at the end of the show when Diane Mazzotta was, I think, her name, was talking about, like, you know, and if you want to discuss these or come up with new lists or blah, 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 then go post on the forum.
Check out the
forum. Wait, there's a forum? Holy shit!
Yeah.
And so I went and registered, and that was back when, like, the guys from Judgment Day used to post really regularly on the forum.
Judgment Day, was it?
Talk with them. That was the one with Victor Lucas and Tommy Tallarico.
Yeah, and then it was like a
I always thought
review
they were...
show, and they had like everything was accented red and yellow.
Yeah. And
Yep.
then, they would play kind of. It was sort of like a good cop, bad cop thing. Like Victor was always very generous, and Tommy was always very critical.
Yeah, and I remember I stopped watching it because Tommy kept calling We Heart Katamari, We Hate Katamari, and I was like, I like that game. Screw you, man.
Tommy would be like, this GameCube game sucks because it doesn't have Xbox Live.
Tommy'd be like, I composed the music for this game, it's the greatest game in the world.
Yeah.
The weird thing is, he really liked that Star Fox Assault game. He gave it like a 9 out of 10, and Victor was like, what? It was just that.
I remember when I think the first game he ever gave a 10 to was Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time.
There's Prince of Persia, and I think it was the first Lord of the Rings game that they had, the hack and slash ones or whatever they were.
The Two Towers for the Xbox.
Yeah, that one or.
I have Return of the King, the hack and slash game. That's actually a really fun game.
And it's like, he did like the music for one of them or something like that too. And he was like, we gotta talk about the music here, you know?
Oh yeah,
For the longest time,
Advent Rising, which was a terrible game. Like, Advent Rising was so broken and buggy, it was ridiculous.
He did say, however, that Metroid Prime has the best loading screen menus that he's ever seen ever in a game ever.
I thought that actually Halo had the best loading screens of all time.
I like the old Dragon Ball Z Budokai. loading screens where you could like make Master Roshi fly around the...
One of
You
them
guys not
was
remember
like
that?
you like did like whack-a-mole with Vegeta or something. That was like Budokai
I don't
Tenkaichi or something.
Yeah,
I
there was
never
another
played
game. I
Tenkaichi.
can't remember for the life of me what it was, but you would play Pac-Man while you waited for the loading screen to go. And I can't remember what the game was, but I thought that was really
I can't
cool.
remember which one it is now. That was like that.
Yeah, I can't remember the game, but I just remember playing Pac-Man during loading screens.
There was like a Galaga or Xevious one from like the original PlayStation that was like that. It was like a Ridge Racer game or something.
Ridge Racer!
And we brought it back full circle.
We talked about that like
an hour ago.
Now it's back to Genji, Day of the Blade, again.
Yes. Attacking its weak points for massive damage.
Spooey, show us all your unopened games in reverse order now.
Do you guys remember for the longest time when Adam Sessler was like very adamant? He's like, we've never given a game a 2 out of 5, and then one day they did.
Okay, now wait, Spooey, it's time for hard mode. You have to remember everything you said back when you were going through these games, and then say all of it backwards.
That's not how words work. You're infuriating me.
Why haven't you opened them? Like, just take the plastic off. Do it right now on camera. Make this be the moment for
That is a momentous decision.
the 25th anniversary of Gcast. You're gonna open those games.
25th
They're
anniversary.
collector's items.
That's right, we've been doing this podcast for 25 years. I wasn't even born when we started.
Me neither, man.
That was 1 year before I was born.
There we go.
You're not talking, bro.
I'm reading old
Did she get?
G4 posts.
She got kicked out again.
Yeah, now you're making me feel
Yeah,
old.
she did.
I would've been-
Yeah, no, you're, well, what are you? You're in your 30s, right?
Me?
No.
I am 30,
Asrugan.
I'm 37.
and I enjoy long.
It's not that old.
If you know what I'm saying there.
37.
Hey, man, you got kids and stuff.
Let's see. What other crap can I throw at my screen that I don't have to reach for?
What if you actually throw real crap at your screen? That might be interesting.
You know, if you have food...
I wouldn't want to see that.
I think we're
I
not
said it
allowed.
might be interesting, not pleasant.
I don't think we're allowed to post that on YouTube, so we'd have to edit it out.
You
can't have poop on YouTube?
I don't know.
So
It's
what
ridiculous.
you're saying is that they don't like to let German people...
Well, not.
You're like German people.
You're like a.
German people love their poo. I'll tell you what. Or, I'll tell you what. That country ain't right. Dang it, Germany!
What
Throwing
in
your
the
poop
hell?
all over the...
Has anybody watched the new Beavis and Butthead?
I have not.
No.
No. Didn't really interest me.
Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's actually pretty decent for the most part.
Yeah, it's the same writers.
Yeah, if they bring back Daria, I'll watch that.
I think she made a cameo, or she made some kind of reference in one of the episodes.
Mm.
Beavis was like,
Oh, yeah.
She started on Beavis and Butthead. She was a character.
Daria was on MTV, right?
Moved away.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, I think all of his shows, except for King of the Hill, have been on MTV. All of Mike Judge's.
Mm.
And they all branched from Beavis and Butthead.
well, actually, that's not true because he did
And
the
Beavis
Milk.
and Butthead.
I don't know why.
He did what?
He did the
Apparently
Milk-
something is exceptionally funny.
I did not know that.
Would
I
he who
remember,
never talks like to share?
Remember the Stephen Root character in Office Space?
Oh, yeah. Oh, Milton. Yeah.
Based on the old sketches on Saturday Night Live.
Yeah.
Bill turned the building down.
Oh, okay. I set the building on fire.
I have a shirt that has him on it, actually. It says, I believe you have my stapler.
That was
Post count 47.
I love Office Space.
Beavis and Butthead came from those liquid.
Yes, Liquid Television. Frog baseball.
The same place Aeon Flux came from.
That was
Yeah.
actually kind of funny.
Oh, the Refugio post?
The post that you linked to.
Just tape that I've never opened. So.
Okay, this is just a clusterfluff of monotony and
Clusterfluff? You say clusterfluff?
it's a great ice cream.
YouTube does allow cursing, so you can just go ahead and.
But it's a
I'm pretty sure I said
unless,
fuck
unless
shit
you
like
are a member
5
of the No Cussing Club. Are you a member of the No Cussing Club?
No, it's just a really good Ben and Jerry's ice cream flavor.
Can you guys see
Cluster
that?
Yeah.
You know what this is?
Yes, we can see your Hot Wheels.
Yes.
You know
It's
what
Bullet
it is?
Bill.
Assuming
It's
that
not Hot Wheels, it's Matchbox.
It's the Batmobile from Arkham Asylum.
What?
The Arkham Asylum edition
What?
video game.
What?
isn't the purpose of things like that
Say
to
what?
put around your room and decorate with instead of leaving them in boxes?
Let's see if I can.
I mean, that just strikes me as the purpose of those things.
Batman Arkham Asylum.
Okay, so we're going Godfather lengths on this video podcast.
And you know,
Yeah.
after that,
Gonna
the
make
only
you
thing
an
to reach for is like
I missed almost all of it.
Yes.
After that,
That makes me sad.
Lord of the Rings Extended Edition, and then it goes into like Gods and Generals, which is
Right.
the longest movie ever made. If you
How
haven't
long-
seen it,
Let's do a mini series. It'll be like Stephen King's The Stand.
Except good in the last part.
yeah, except for good in the last part. It did get really dumb and silly near the end.
Like most
Hand
Stephen
comes
King
down
things.
and grabs
Yeah.
the missile and crushes it with its
You've
gun.
done well. It was, and especially the radioactive or whatever dude.
Matt Frewer?
What?
Matt Frewer, the actor.
I don't know. The dude who brought the missile into town. Is that him? He was all melting and stuff, and I was just like, what's this, like, what?
Hey, you're back to the original.
Why are you breeding, Asrugan? You keep multiplying.
I think we've got human cloning in effect.
Well, he did have kids running around. Maybe
Here's
one of
the
them
story.
grew up.
It's like the sixth day around here. Like, he's going to walk in the house and see himself doing this webcam show, and he's going to be like, oh shit, I gotta kill my clone and get my family back.
Now for round 2, where the bonus points double. Let's see, what...
So really, you just need to work on that Austrian accent, and you'll be good to go. That's a PS1 memory card?
Yes, it is.
I have
Okay.
several of those.
I have one it's the bigger one, so it's like the 16 block memory cards or whatever.
Me too, man. You flip a little
System they use.
switch.
And they have a button on top of them that does something, I don't know what.
Yeah, mine, the button broke, and so now, in order to switch it, I have to put a paper clip down inside and flick a little thing.
Okay,
Actually, the lid to my PS1, it actually, when you open it, the latch doesn't go back to where it should, so you actually have to reach inside and move the latch.
Shut the dog up.
To get it to stay.
Yeah. Wait, I haven't shown off my dogs.
And by that, you mean actual dog.
Yeah, Lucy, come here.
Wade hits the counterpunch.
What is
I
okay,
actually-
My dog's not here.
For the first time in a long time.
Come here. Come here, you fat, fluffy piece of crap.
I've never used it.
I've almost always had a... Oh, hey, it's a dog.
Isn't she adorable?
She's like, what the fuck are you doing? Put me down, human.
Where's the door? Ah.
Check it out, it's like a Steel Battalion controller or something.
Wow.
Now the little annoying one.
Ray.
Aw.
You should probably flip your mic down so that we can hear you talk.
And blue.
Oh, hey, those are PlayStation. What the hell is that for?
Oh, that's his dog.
Mech Warrior is not on the PlayStation.
This thing up. $2 last year.
Echo.
Whoa.
Thank you.
Clones. It's Attack of the Clones.
That is a
Ugh.
cow-themed cup.
Sorry.
Aw.
Everybody else
Attack
was
of the
showing
what?
off stuff. I didn't want
What?
to get left out.
George Lucas died in 1989.
Go back to sleep, Brian.
Choo Choo Rocket. I have heard of that game.
Oh God.
Wait.
So much
Like,
echo.
How are you in here twice with your webcam twice? Like, that's weird.
What did you do? Ah!
Okay, we just lost
He took
almost everyone at the
he
same
took
time.
Kumi with her.
They're all dead now.
I guess the cool thing to do now is to just leave the chat and then come back.
Spooie.
Game Genie.
Spooie, do you have Drill Dozer by
I
Game
do.
Freak? You have that
I
game?
do.
How is it?
Yes.
Isn't that like the only non-Pokemon game Game Freak has done in years?
Yeah, after Pokemon Red and Green. That's the first non-Pokemon game they ever did.
I haven't opened it yet, but I do have it.
Yeah!
See, I'm gonna keep making jokes about that.
I think that for you, the appropriate thing to do is to actually state that a game is opened.
Yeah.
Because with you, the rule seems to be not open.
Yeah,
so
the
you'd be like,
default
oh yeah, and I have this
state
game, and I actually opened it.
is unopened.
Game Geek's code book for the Game Boy.
Someone's back.
What?
What's
the
her
Game Geek
face?
code book.
Yeah.
Anybody like to know what start with hash your energy would be in Mega Man Dr. Wily's Revenge? Because
Oh,
you
I
can
know.
find it right there.
Sounds awesome.
Did anyone here ever use a turbo controller to save Meryl in MGS1? I did.
No.
I never
Because
used
my
a
hands
turbo
weren't
controller.
fast enough. I couldn't button mash fast enough to let her not die. So I always
I
thought
did use. I used a turbo controller for arm wrestling in Final Fantasy VII.
Didn't we talk about that earlier?
there was an arm wrestling game in that.
It was in the Gold Saucer, one of the mini games.
Infinity Lives.
And
I don't
we're
remember that
in
one.
Circle
Oh
again.
well, you could arm wrestle a sumo wrestler, which is really easy, or a regular wrestler, which was just impossible without turbo.
Oh, wait, I remember that one where you're strapped to the table thing.
I don't remember being strapped to a table
You were like
in
naked or something,
Final
strapped
Fantasy.
to the table.
You know, I remember
Like electric volt.
You're like
there
naked and
was,
strapped to a table. It's a good game. It's good.
there was like a battle arena minigame at the Gold Saucer that you actually had to use in order to buy like some of the final limit breaks for some of the characters.
Yeah.
Because they
Well,
were, like,
no, just
impossible
one.
to
It
get
was just
up.
Omni Slash.
It was
Trust
just
me, I know like everything about that game.
Weren't there some other like
Gross
really
stuff.
high level
Which I
equipment
know.
or something that you had to get there?
You could get really high level materia, like special ones, like Experience Plus and like Money Plus and stuff like that.
I never got Gold Plus, but I did get
And
EXP Plus.
Every time you go into the battle arena, they give you a tissue, and it's a useless item. It doesn't do anything in the game.
Well, your
Except for
inventory-
if you get 100 of them, and then fly around the map 3 times, going west by southwest, Aerith will come back to life.
I'm sure.
Or Aerith. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's under the truck, I told you earlier.
People try to say Aerith, but that's just like stuff
Spooey,
that's
I'm
been
looking
used.
at your snail
You did.
thing.
Snail.
Yeah, I haven't really had much French cuisine, so I can't comment.
Now
One
I'm
of
looking
Neither
at
have I.
Steph.
That looks
Hey,
kind of like a phone.
I've
Yes,
never
he
cooked a snail
Turns and
person.
says, "Look at that escargot."
Ah!
That's the trading places
All
for
right.
you.
We cannot possibly get any worse than that, so we might as well just end the show.
You guys have seen Trading Places, the movie?
No.
with,
No.
with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, that joke's from the movie. Sitting in the restaurant, and he says, and the snail like got into a car with a big S on it, and the person remarked, "Look at that escargot."
And then hopefully someone shot him.
And then like Eddie Murphy goes, and everybody starts laughing.
You know what movie nobody ever knows I'm talking about when I'm talking about it? It's a Dan Aykroyd movie. You ever heard of Dr. Detroit?
No.
No.
Even you, Spooey?
I've heard of it, but I've never seen it.
Okay.
And that's the end of that train of thought.
Well, what am I going to say?
Else have
It's a
any-
Dan Aykroyd movie.
Did you
Oh,
What?
So this background with this happy little island with air balloons and rocket ships and stuff, is that like the one that you picked, or is it just the one that comes with it?
Killer clowns from outer space.
Holy shit.
In space, no one can eat ice cream.
Yeah, that is kind of lame, but the movie itself is actually pretty good.
I don't know how space works, but it's good enough to kill my dad.
What?
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 Don't worry about it. I tell myself little jokes to amuse myself.
I'm glad you told me that was a joke.
You should,
Yeah.
Because you're like, well, actually, I designed a rocket ship and strapped my father to it.
Well,
And
you
then
see, my dad actually is really dead.
You didn't send him to space.
Way
did
to
you?
kill the mood.
But it wasn't. You didn't do it though, right?
Sure.
My dad did
Sure.
too, and I did send him to space.
I mean, you
It was
you
her
could just say
axe
that you
murderer
plead the fifth.
boyfriend.
That
That's who
works
did
too.
it.
Yes! Oh my god, it all comes together now.
I broke up with him because he murdered my father.
With an axe. And I don't mean like an axe like you chop with. He murdered him with a can of that gross-smelling stuff that they have commercials for
And
on TV
also
where
a
the women are all
guitar.
over the men and they're like, "Oh, you smell so nice," and that's it.
And
If
also
you
a
like
guitar.
sluts, you love Axe Body Wash.
If you like smelling like a French whorehouse, I have the spray for you.
Just for you.
That is a...
That's,
yeah.
That's something.
That
Or-
reminds me of... Yeah.
Okay, is everybody gonna stop saying yeah?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm starting to run out of...
Sure.
Or, wait, sorry.
Uh-huh.
I don't have a can, but
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I tell you what.
Maybe. Yeah, definitely.
We got Hank Hill coming back. What?
Alpha.
Them Germans pooping all over each other.
Is that the dude from Power Rangers? The robot that hangs out at the court with the dude who lives in like the big old tube?
What's
Yeah,
oh god?
Zordon.
What's his name? No, wait! Don't tell me. I'm trying to remember what the name of the robot is. No, the robot. No, yeah, Zordon was doing the
I just
tube.
call him Zardoz.
Alpha.
Alpha.
Rangers to the command center!
Didn't Power Rangers go through like 10 different iterations before it finally got canceled?
The best ones were the Judd Lynn.
They were in the parade this year. They were.
The fact that you know this much about Power Rangers is unsurprising.
Dude, I just recorded the entire season of Time Force off of Netflix like a week ago.
Isn't that pirating?
That doesn't surprise me either.
Well, if you buy the Netflix service and you have a PS3 and you bought an HD TV tuner, I don't see how it is. You
I'm
own all that
telling you.
stuff.
We're gonna see you on an episode of Hoarders someday.
Yeah.
You just compulsively collect things.
I do, don't I? I should just donate all these things to who wants something for free? First
Me.
Give me Drill Dozer.
Okay, I'll send you something.
I want Drill Dozer. Give it to me.
Donate them to Geek Charity.
Listen to me, Spooey.
You-
I want Drill
Do you
Dozer.
remember the X-Play Drill Dozer review?
What?
The X-Play Drill Dozer review?
No.
The girl who liked to drill things?
No. I'll watch it after
I
this.
remember that.
And then he said, I'm never watching X-Play again.
Spooey. You know what I want? I want your X-Play episodes. That's what I want.
You're not the only one that wants those. There's a guy who found me on YouTube. And apparently within the next year I'm going to copy everything over from my old episodes and send him the copies. But I could probably
you
do
should
that.
send them to. You should send them to me too. I will give you money for them.
You're poor, though, I thought.
Is
but
this
I
stuff
can't pay
not
for it.
available on DVD or something?
I don't own the property.
But it's
There are some shows like that. You're surprised how many
He
people
isn't allowed to
resell
make
shows like that
profit, that is true.
that used to be on TV that they recorded to VHS and they put on DVD. Nightmare Cafe, that was one I had to buy offline
What was
from
that?
somebody who had it recorded off of VHS. Nightmare
that?
Cafe with Freddie England.
Oh,
Did
that
you ever
was
see
the-
Nightmare Cafe?
Yes, I actually saw the
Nightmare-
premiere pilot episode when they
It was
pre
one-
all
Yeah.
6 episodes of the classic series. Yes, I remember that. I was actually staying over my grandparents' house the night that it aired at 10 p.m. on a Wednesday back in 1991 or so. Because it was supposed to be Quantum Leap, and they had a special premiere airing, and then they picked up the show, but the show got canceled 3 episodes later, so they only completed 6 of them. You know what I'm talking about? You were obviously there.
I'm just going
Yeah.
to nod my head.
I remember that.
Aired it years later as a Sci-Fi Channel series collection, and then I think they aired it on Chiller, the network Chiller, a couple years back.
Yeah. It was Freddie England, Robert England was the one who created the show.
Freddie England.
Yes. Do you remember Freddy's Nightmares, the anthology series?
I see it on every so often.
And the one
Yeah.
episode, the guy was working at the pizza place, and then his friends went missing, constantly, his friends over the summer missing, and then it turned out the guy who owned the pizza
Mhm.
place he worked at was killing them and throwing them into the pizza mix. and that's what was
That's
making
what-
everybody was eating.
It's like some Sweeney Todd stuff going on.
and it
That's
was like,
not sauce. Dun, dun, dun.
Well, that was the thing because the place was like failing, and then all of a sudden they came out with this new recipe for the pizza mix that was like causing all these people to come. So the guy who
So-
was working there had to work there more, and he saw his friends less and less, but they kept vanishing. And then
So
come to
it's
find
a
out,
low-budget Sweeney
Wait,
Todd.
this pizza was causing people
Wait.
to...
Yeah, to come?
Yeah, like, what kind of... there's...
What was the cheese made out of?
if so...
You guys and your silly jokes.
Hey, man. That's just what it sounded like.
Okay.
don't
Go look up pepper bees.
I think we
Check it
should
out, it's
Yeah, a
stop
lot of series like that. There was the
recording
Freddy series,
here.
and there was they did a night.
Who else agrees? Hello?
Well,
Yeah, I need to get to bed soon because I gotta open tomorrow.
oh,
All right.
It's almost 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I have
I know.
in like
I gotta get up at 7:45.
This was fun.
Yeah.
You gotta get up at 2:45. Guess when I gotta get up? 2:45.
2:45. You guys are whiners. You know what time I gotta get up? Whenever the hell I feel like it. So.
I hate you.
4 a.m. sharp. It's a wonderful life.
I wish I had a job.
But it's the weekend, so I can actually...
Look at how pissed you look.
What's wrong
Hey,
with
you
that
know,
Mega
that's
Man?
a whole having an income thing. It's kind of nice. You should try it sometime.
I know, I want one.
this time from your
I
friend.
put in so many applications, but nobody wants me.
Call everyone.
Is that
You guys all want me, don't you?
for $5?
Sure.
I
$5.
plead the fifth.
Don't you want me? Oh!
Can anybody?
This is what we're gonna have nice things.
This is like from one of those like Mega Man RPG games.
If we're progressing into meme dropping now, we definitely need
Yeah.
to end the show.
All right.
It's not.
Yeah.
How is that meme dropping? It's just song singing.
Everybody say goodbye. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye, viewers.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye, everyone.